Hello everyone. Hello. Welcome. Let's get ourselves all set up. Hello, for anyone who doesn't know me, I am Robin. Today I am talking about chest binders. Very exciting. Hello Anna, lovely to see you. I'm just doing that classic posting to all platforms to say I'm streaming now. Oh, blimey. That is an alert issued by the UK government. What a way to start a stream. Hello, everybody. Streaming now. There we go. An alert issued by the UK government. Welcome. It's lovely to see you. Hello. Who have we got today? We've got Otter. Lovely. We've got Melissa. Hello, Kai. Hello, Nightbot, as always. Peanut is on the run. I will say, for any of our subscribers, we do... M says hi, by the way. Hello. For any of our subscribers... there are some new emotes. I have added, I think everybody... I know, I'm so sorry, that was so loud. I know, right? Everyone in the UK just panicked. Well, at least we're all awake. Hello, Definite Crane. Yes, I will show in chat, and I think everybody has access to these bad boys. Or at least there is a trans potato, but he is waiting to be approved. But for now, we have an ace potato. Welcome everybody, welcome. We can also now acquire brownies, and I'm very happy for everyone. Yes, so there are some new emotes. Some of them are for subscribers only. Yes, well, pretty much it was a warning siren, everybody. Yeah, there is an ace potato, there is a trans potato. Like I say, tragically, he is currently, or they, should we do they? No, I mean, we also have binary. You can see on the screen here, my little trans potato, he sat on the side and he will be available soon. So everyone should be able to have potatoes. If you're new here, I'm Robin, my pronouns are they, them. I'm a non-binary person. It's lovely to meet you all. Yes, on this channel, points are potatoes. And we earn potatoes, hence why we have a whole spectrum of potatoes. Yes, posture check, very important. We can redeem our potatoes for various things. So far as well, we have got our subscriber goal coming up. Hello, welcome, LRB. We have got our subscriber goal. We have also set, I haven't said this one yet, but if we get up to 1,000 subscribers, Em and I will do our Harley and Ivy cosplay. She also says hello. Yep, everything is good here. Hi, Skylar. Everybody shout it in chat what we're drinking today. I would have a cup of tea with me. It's that kind of vibe. However, today I've got a 7-Up, 0 sugar. I've also... Oh my gosh. It's an M. A wild M.
Hi.
Has appeared. Hello.
Just saying hi.
She's just saying hi. Here. She's not actually saying, hey, Skylar said, hey, goodbye. That was the creepiest way you could have possibly done that.
Yes.
Well done. Excellent work. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Good day, everybody. Good day, everyone. Right, yes, 4 more until we hit the goal, and that will be lovely to hit today. Welcome. So, as I said, I'm Robin, for anyone who doesn't know me. And yes, enjoying this lovely 7-Up, 0 sugar. What is the best... I was going to say soda then, because I've been listening to too many American TikToks, but sort of fizzy drink. What is the best fizzy drink? Because I think I've said before, I love a Pepsi Max, especially Pepsi Max, like, 0 caffeine, which I'm not sure what that has in it other than flavoured water. Although, any soft drink will do. Are you a squash fan or diluting drinks? Diet Coke is M's vote. Pepsi Max, you got it. Fanta Lemon. So what we're doing today, by the way, team, I have this entire box. Now, you might not be able to see it very clearly because it's on the chair next to me that M normally takes. Hello. This is a giant box. I can barely hold it. And that's full of chest binders. Now, the reason I have a box full of chest binders this big is because I review chest binders. A little bit of backstory on this one. Oh, hello, Jasmine. Love to see you. And NB Pigeon as well. Fabulous. Fanta Lemon, very strong. But the reason I have this big box is because when I first started doing Instagram and things like this, so people saw me in sex education and they saw me doing a scene where I wore a chest binder for the first time. That gave me a lot of gender euphoria, and that was wonderful. So I thought, okay, I'm going to do a reel about what chest binding is, because I wish I had that information when I was younger. And because I did that, chest binder companies started contacting me saying, would you try our chest binder? Now, there wasn't really an expectation of a review, but I thought, you know what? I would love to review this, because then what I can do is I can kind of give people the information again that I wish I had, because these companies aren't huge. They don't have like loads and loads of Amazon level reviews with, you know, really specific details. They sort of just had a few people maybe saying, oh, I like this or whatever else. So I thought I'm going to go into depth. And Wannababy were the first, and actually I'm wearing a Wannababy. They do apparel. So this is the Wannababy vest. I do like their apparel. And part of the reason I love this one is because it actually covers binders, ironically. So if you're somebody looking to cover a chest binder, then these can be quite useful. All right, what do we got here? So, hello Demon Steph, Fanta Lemonade, lovely. San Pellegrino, very nice. Hello, hi Rona, lovely to see you. Oh, were we frozen for a little bit? Are we good now? Hello. Hello, Skunky Toots. Skunky Toots is a fantastic name. Welcome, welcome. This is great. Good, good. Just to let you know as well, so in terms of what we're doing today, like I say, is we are going to be going through all these chest binders. Also, in terms of the channel more broadly, for our regular viewers, we are going to be putting up a leaderboard because we have some incredibly generous people who love to gift subscriptions, and we're very grateful. So we're going to be putting up a leaderboard. We are also going to hopefully get up a set of credits. The other thing, starting closed captions. Let's see if that works as well. So this is the goal anyway, so I'm trying each time we stream to make things a little bit more accessible and better for you guys, you lovely people. Do I follow people back on Insta? Not generally. Partly just because social media was an odd thing for me. I didn't really start out going on trying to be an influencer, so in some ways the feed that I have for my personal feed is generally people I know in real life, just because I've got quite a lot of followers. But yes, captions, this was the goal. So let me know, are the captions working, team? How are captions working? Hello, insert username. Hello, everybody. It's lovely to see you all. And like I say, so the kind of goals for this coming week, we've got more emotes coming up. I am trying to make some lovely trash animals, various pride trash animals. Also going to try and get that leaderboard up, and then going to try and see if I can get some credits going so that all of you lovely subscribers, everyone who is supporting us, can be in our credits, and you know you are part of our family. If you go, it's the stream closed captioner. So if you click on the stream closed captioner, it may be able to come up. Let's see if it works. I'm not sure. It should be visible. So it won't be up generally, but we'll see how we go. Show CC text. Let's see if this works. Okay, there we go. Maybe this will be a little bit easier. I have tea. Hello. Tea is excellent. Like I say, I'm only on the soft drinks because it is just so hot. I'm not sure about you guys. I've been in London all week and it has been about 35 degrees. Oh, that's a shame. Are we getting captions yet? It's very warm. I'm getting captions, but I'm not sure if you're all getting captions. Oh, I'm sorry. No captions yet. Okay. Let's see how we go. It should be sending to the Twitch extension, but it may not be working. Let me see if it's maybe working in there. Okay, so if you click on the CC button, you may or may not be able to see it. Right, I'm going to hide that for now, just because otherwise I'm confusing myself because I'm trying to read my own captions. Right. So yes, if you scan over the screen, double check everything's working. Oh, I also do have some cool, exciting news before we get started, which is just I had some wonderful new headshots and some fashionable things, photos taken, which I will be uploading to socials later, which is just some cool photos of me, which feels oddly, vain to do. However, if you want to see them, I'm going to try and upload them today. Right, shall we get started on chest binders? Now, this is a chance, by the way, so this is called Identity, and this is really a chance for us to talk all things gender, sexuality, anything to do with identity. If you have any questions about, be it gender affirming care or anything else, I'm here as a non-binary person, and with my lived experience to talk about it. Now, I'm not a medical professional, I am not, a psychologist or anything like that. However, oh, there we go, it's the RP. And yes, we do now have the brownie emote. I will say I did bake brownies. I'm sorry I couldn't do the baking stream. It was still about 30 degrees in my house when I got home, which meant that making the brownies, it was okay, but everything was melting quite quickly. So I didn't really have the ability to kind of film and do stuff like that. Lovely. Okay, Kai Otter, it's all working? Brilliant. Love that for us. Okay, let's get started. So I'm actually going to start with one that I've worn a few times in quite a few videos. Now, I will say, there's kind of a little bit of a difference between these binders. There's binders that I do wear, and there's binders that I hoard like a dragon. And these are, like I say, I've got a variety of different brands in here. We're going to be talking GC2b, we're going to be talking Spectrum, we're going to be talking about all of those. And I'm just going to go through I'll do some general notes, but if you have any questions on specific binders, be it like price or where I got them from, or, what are the seams like, sensory things, I will try and kind of go through a few things. Here we have a GC2b binder to start us off. Now, I do think one of my first proper binders was GC2b. This is one which has the non-binary colours, and this is their old design. So I got this in the sale. Now, most of these binders were sent to me for free, like I say, to try out. However, these ones, GC2b, they've never communicated with me. I don't know what I did wrong, but anyway, these ones I bought myself, so like I say, 100% impartial. Binder Dragon, new TNT foe, love it. Yes, we'll have a brownie stream when it's cooler. Oh, also, I'm aware that we're in pre-rolled ads, so I'll just double check. I'm really glad the closed captions are working. That's delightful. And yes, I mean, RP was partly created to be easy to understand. It was designed to kind of take out regional sounds, or to be as clear as possible. Not to say it's better than regional accents. A lot of regional accents are lovely. So I'm going to talk about this one, which is GC2b. If you don't know the gossip and the drama, I will give you the gossip and the drama, which is to say that GC2b was the biggest binder brand, and I have a few other binders from them. I've also got this one here, which is a long binder. You've got different kinds of chest binders. You've got short binders, you've got long binders. This is not binder weather. I'm actually not binding right now. I'm wearing this cool witchy design of crop top, which I quite like to wear around. You can't really see it, it's from wild mode, but yes, it's not really binder weather. Oh, for anyone who doesn't know, I should probably say what a chest binder is. So chest binders are, to be honest, there isn't really a definition, because as you're going to see today, there are loads of different designs and cuts and styles that would all be called binders. The thing they have in common is they're designed to make your chest appear flatter. Now, what they're not meant to do is just suck everything in so tight that your chest, squeezes in. It will be tighter, and what it generally does is it pulls your chest in and it shuffles the chest matter, the breast matter, whatever we want to call it, to the side and out a bit. So it makes your silhouette appear more like a cis man's. Now, I will say as well, I'm going to do this, the thing I say for kind of all of these videos whenever I've done binder reviews. First of all, cis men don't have flat chests. In fact, some cis men have larger chests than me. Like, everybody has various matter on their chests. And anyone can wear a chest binder as long as they feel safe to do so. Like I say, these were designed initially for men who felt self-conscious about their chests. So these chest binders, like I say, they can be long, they can be short, they can look a little bit more like sports bras. Like, for example, this one from For Them, this looks more like a sports bra. Or you've kind of got ones that are a little bit more intense. They're designed to they've got a stiff front panel and then a stretchy back. Oh, hello, Leaky. No worries. Good evening, Leaky. It's lovely to see you. And yes, Kai is so not binder weather. I'm just going to agree with that again. But yes, so these binders, like I say, they're just designed to give you the illusion of a flatter chest. Now, yes, transgender, transmasc people may want to wear a binder. It can help alleviate gender dysphoria. It's such an incredible feeling if you struggle with gender dysphoria when you can get that first binder and you see what it is like for your chest to look maybe not right, but better. And they can be really powerful tools, and they can just be massively important in a transgender person's world or a non-binary person's world. That being said, they are not the only people who can use chest binders. Another massive community is cosplayers. Shout out in the chat if you've ever done cosplaying. Hello, welcome Charlie, welcome to your first stream. Cis man with a larger chest? Yep, 100%. Arnie, this is absolutely for you if this is something you're interested in. But yeah, shout out in stream if you do any cosplay. And this is for anybody who has a larger chest, who needs their chest to appear smaller. Chest binders, absolutely. Hey, Kai, fantastic. LARPing, yes, absolutely. The other thing is, there might just be some people in the chat who want their chest to look smaller. Again, maybe they're butches, or maybe you're a cis woman who just wants her chest to be smaller. That is absolutely fine. I'm not gatekeeping these things. And while it is very important, like I say, if you were looking at a binder giveaway scheme or something, then yes, you might, and there was like a limited amount, you might want to prioritise trans people in that, because it is a device that is part of gender affirming care that can help with dysphoria. However, in general, if more people buy and wear these things, then we get more data on them. We also have more of a market demand. So I'm absolutely fine if you're looking at this going, oh, maybe this is something I'd be interested in doing. Please feel free. As long as you feel safe and sensible, and this is the thing I'm going to say, none of these binders come with a safety guarantee. There are so few studies into binders. I think there's like one or two. I think Sock Draw Heroes have recently done one, which I'll talk about in a minute. But there is so few studies. But that is also true of bras. Team, when we're looking at kind of how we constrict around our chest, or whether we're talking about corsetry, people have been wearing tight garments around their chest throughout history, or supportive garments, and we know so little about them. Some studies have been done asking, well, do they make your breasts sag? What they aren't necessarily looking at is kind of the long-term impacts. Now, I would never say binding is 100% safe, or any chest binder is 100% safe. In the same way, I wouldn't say that wearing contact lenses is 100% safe, or wearing high heels. Like, there are risks to anything, and the risks of wearing a binder, like some of them are very low hazard. So it's things like, oh, it might get a bit sweaty if you wear a chest binder, and that can irritate your skin. You might overheat a bit. Again, these are risks, but they tend to be lower level. As in, they tend to be moderate things that you can handle yourself without outside intervention, and they're short-term. The more long-term risks are that the skin on your chest weakens because it's not having to hold up your chest as much because you're spending time with it pressed against. If the skin there weakens and you're someone who's looking to get top surgery, that skin can become almost sort of papery and thinner, and it can impact your sort of overall results. Now, this isn't something to panic about, but that is something that some, top surgery surgeons have talked about. The other thing that they can do is if you wear a binder that is too tight, or if you wear it for too long, or if you wear something that is constricting, like ACE bandages, which are designed to continually pull in and in and in, that's when you can do things like crack ribs. It's not a pretty picture. But I also want to point out, if you wear a bra and the underwire comes out, it can pierce your side. Like, everything we have, everything we wear, everything we do, it all has risks. And I'm not here to tell you, yes, you should wear a binder, no, you shouldn't wear a binder, you should wear a bra, etc., things like that. I also don't actually know what the difference between a sports bra and a binder technically is. I would often say it's to do with kind of the difference between pressing your chest flatter versus supporting your chest. Because the thing about these is they might press your chest in, but if you try and jump up and down, everything's still going to move around a lot. So I don't know if wearing a binder is right for you. Only you can know that. There's best practice guidelines with binders as well. Things like try not to wear them for too long. Do not sleep in binders. When I say don't wear them too long, by the way, a lot of places say about 8 hours, but there is no set number. It is a case of listening to your body and thinking, okay, I've worn this binder. It might just be for a couple of hours and then you take it off. To be honest, I don't wear chest binders that often. If I'm walking around being really active, I'm probably not wearing them. I wear them when I film. Well, when I film anything, actually. I wear them for acting. I wear them when that's appropriate. I've done entire plays in chest binders if I've needed to. I might wear it for a particular evening out, or like for filming my TikToks. I might wear it if it wasn't so hot today. I might be wearing one for this stream. But actually, I try not to wear them for more than maybe 6 hours. I have worn one for like a wedding, but then I choose one that is based very much in comfort. And this is the thing, is some of these binders, again, I might say at some point, I would wear this binder I might wear for, I'd be comfortable wearing it for maybe 4 hours, but the other one I could comfortably wear for 8. Now, that's just me personally, and you are going to have different things. The other thing to bear in mind is you overheat more, so try and wear natural fibres. You might want to wear a t-shirt underneath your binder so that, you're not getting rubbing. The other thing to think about is like the skin itself, making sure you're washing regularly. Yes, especially my trans men who are on T and going through second puberty. I'm looking at you right now. Go and wash. You smell. I love you. You smell. And if you are sweating more, and if you're overheating more, and if you've got hair in places that you don't expect, and you're wearing a chest binder, you need to wash yourself and the binder regularly to avoid getting any kind of skin conditions. Now, hands up, I am a grubby person. I'm a grubby person whose brain does not always remember until very late at night that I need to wash. I get it entirely. However, like I say, looking after your skin, really important with binding. Also hydrating more. If you're overheating, make sure you hydrate. And just keeping an eye on your skin. Like, notice if it's starting to get thinner, if you need to moisturise. Do not... Please, team, we have learned... I know that people of my complexion aren't always good at moisturising. However, we are learning, we are washing well, we are double soaping, and we are moisturising. Please. So be careful with your skin is kind of one of those things. I'm just going to have a quick look at chat, actually. I've chatted away for quite a while. Yeah, sports bras, hold breasts in position, giving them support but not pressure, and then impact. Yes. So if you're doing something like impact sport, like running, a binder might not be the right choice. Now, like I say, Sock Drawer Heroes, shout out to them. I don't know if mods, maybe someone can put the link to Sock Drawer Heroes in the chat. They have recently a binder study looking at whether or not you can work out in binders. There is no specific answer. Is where I go with that. It's so dependent on you. If you have quite a small chest and you are maybe able to exercise in crop tops anyway, then maybe yes. However, because a binder is binding and it will have more compression, if you're doing something where you need a good amount of rib swing, or maybe even, you've got back day in the gym and you want to make sure you've got that full lateral expansion, like maybe not a binder for that. So think about what you're doing and think about whether it helps. Oh, we love the potatoes. I'm glad we love the potatoes. Like I say, potatoes are potato points, and there are various ones. I'm so sad. Thank you, Leaky. I'm so sad that my trans potato hasn't made it through moderation yet. I'm having a look at him. He's clearly just waiting on. I'm going to go to emotes and see. Yes, teapot. That's what he's named, Teapot. He is waiting, but there is a trans potato, and hopefully by the end of the stream he will be available. Yeah, the trans potato, you can actually see him on my screen. That's what he looks like. I'm enjoying how derpy the potatoes are too. Hey, well, welcome M&Ms. It's lovely to see you. Musical lover, chronic illness, concerned about the constricting part of wearing a binder in case you exacerbate it. Is it safe? I am not a medical professional. I don't know you personally, and I don't know your body. My answer would be, if you have... Yes, hydrate. Oh my gosh, so true. Hello. Welcome. Majora and Mystery. Lovely to see you. We all need a trans potato. My friend also suggested, can we have animate mash? So we get mash versions. And basically all my emote spots are just going to be taken up by various forms of potato. So yes. So yeah, regarding the chronic illness, you kind of got to have a think about, especially with things like if it's something like hypermobility or Ehlers-Down, EDS or anything like that, it might impact how it's squeezing you. It may be that you feel you can wear a binder, but for less hours. I don't really know. Look, the internet can be a useful place for things like this to say, I'm experiencing this, but really that's a conversation to have with your GP. Oh, thank you, Otto. That's very kind of you. That's incredibly kind. So yes, when it comes to questions about safety or questions about whether this is something you can do, I really hope that you have supportive medical professionals around you who you can have those conversations with. Because like I say, there really isn't a specific... yes or no flowchart sort of thing. You will know your body and you will know your symptoms. And if you find that, you wear one and then it exacerbates it, yeah, probably not for you. There is also trans tape. Now, I will say now, I love the way trans tape looks, but the worst injury I've ever got from binding was from trans tape. Because what happened is it got a little bubble, it caught, and then it scratched it, and I think it hasn't quite fully scarred, but I had marks over my skin for quite a while. Now, that's not the fault of trans tape. That is just part about how I applied it. It's also quite difficult to get off and on. However, it feels so euphoric, and you can do open chest things. There's loads of great things you can do with trans tape. So if binders aren't for you, perhaps trans tape, or like I say, there are various sports bras and things like that. Okay, well done. Congratulations. I'm glad I can help. What would be advisable for those who need to bind strong or 8 to 10 hours? My friend, my answer would be that if you are needing to bind for a long time, only you're going to know what's going to feel good for your body. I prefer to wear sports bras a lot. Now, I said this actually in the disordered eating stream, and if you're interested in that, go check that out. But for me, part of the way I controlled my chest dysphoria, and still do, is with my eating. Now, I know that if I remain at a certain weight, my chest stays at a certain size, and that is, therefore I can kind of manage it with sports bra style binders rather than kind of anything too intense, and I can wear those for 8 to 10 hours. Oh, hello, hitting the microphone. Sorry, microphone, I didn't do anything there. But yeah, if you're needing to wear it for longer, there are binders that, for example, have fastenings like zips and things, and it might be that, you wear it for a bit, you unzip it underneath your clothes, you take some time out, you take breaks, stuff like that. Or maybe you prefer the more kind of comfort-focused binders, things like that. So it's really hard for me to answer that one again, because I'm just here. Sorry, you're going to hear that a lot from me today, because I don't want to be out here giving medical advice, because really sometimes if you are wearing it for dysphoria, then it can be counted as a medical garment in that sense. In the same way, if you're wearing compression wear, if you're wearing compression socks because you've got, I was about to say because you've got wobbly joints. I hope you all know that what I meant there was POTS. If you're struggling with any of those things and you're needing to wear these garments, my general thing would be, you might be able to, with your favourite binder, maybe it's a bit looser, you're able to wear it for kind of the full day. I'm not going to say whether that's good or bad, etc. But do try to take time off in the week as well. Try and have a day where you don't need to use it, just because it is really challenging. But binder with a zipper you can do, which is potentially more useful. You're on a 5-stream streak, congratulations. And yes, Garth Rush, welcome, this is lovely. Any sort of tape on the body sounds awful. Now, it's not too bad. So trans tape is much like K-tape. It's designed to go on skin. And the way you put it on, you put it on, you divide your chest up, flattens it down, and then when you take it off, you need to put oil on it. So you oil it feels very strange. You lie in the bath and cover yourself in vegetable oil. That sounds like a very different kind of stream. I'm sorry, if you've just come into the stream and that's the first thing you had, I'm just talking about how you take off trans tape. But it softens the adhesive and you can then peel it off. So you can do it. You can also wear trans tape for a few days at a time. Like I say, but also for me, as someone who, I don't have massive sensory discomfort issues, sensory processing, but I do like to pick at things, and I really struggle not to pick at that tape. So again, it might be useful, it may not be. So see how you do. Thanks for answering another question. No, please don't apologise, musicals lover. Oh my god, this is why we're here. I'm here to answer questions. I can go through these binders any time. How do I find a more gender affirming haircut and wardrobe? Mass clothing, still perceived as feminine. Ooh, okay, so one of the things, this is talking more about passing and about perception. One of the things I'd say is make sure you like what you look like. And again, most of you are going to be like, Robin, does anyone like what they look like? God, no. No, well, some people I'm reassured do. And when you're thinking about this, I recently changed from my, oh, hi, Sky, welcome. It's lovely to see you. Turkish oil wrestling. Sorry. Yes, it feels like very lonely Turkish oil wrestling, trying to take that off, except the person you're wrestling is you and the oil is like vegetable oil, which I don't know. And I don't know what oil they use in Turkish oil wrestling. I assume it's not olive oil. That would be really expensive. But yes, anyway, so I'll go back to sensible things. So yes, I cut my hair recently. I don't know why I'm still wearing these. I cut my hair recently. I went from a style which some of you might be familiar with. I had an undercut, and I had that for ages. And I was like, I kind of want to do something different. And I realised I'm really bad at knowing what I look like. Like we talked about this the other day again on the ED chat, and it was just, I put my faith in other people, in a hairdresser who I've been going to for years. I did Pinterest boards. I talked to my wife. I had a real think about what I want to do. And in the end, I put my trust in people that I trust. And I also remembered that hair grows back. Like, in terms of, you probably don't want to shave it completely. Because I know a lot of guys do try and shave it, and some people it really suits. But actually having a little bit of length, partly so you can disguise if your face is softer or maybe your jaw is softer, having a little bit of length to kind of disguise that and style it, that can work quite well. Leaning into the fact that you are an effeminate man is actually totally fine. And like I say, do you like your clothes? Part of the reason I dress the way I do, I like those clothes. And actually, I mean, I'm non-binary here. I would say I'm trans-masculine. I do have gender dysphoria around my chest. However, I am aware I'm sitting in this more non-binary space. What I'm wearing right now, for example, I am wearing the joys of this lovely top, which is, I love this top. It's really boxy. Like I say, it can hide a chest binder if you're someone going stealth. But I will stand up and show you that what I'm also wearing is denim shorts. My lovely denim little hot pants. Oh no, I've frozen right as I show off my shorts. That's clearly the time. Right as I show. Can you still hear me, team? This is clearly, the internet wasn't ready for it. I broke the camera. Oh, give me a moment, team. Let me see if I can fix the camera. I broke the camera with my denim shorts. That's really funny. 1 second, let us take that out. And let's re-add the webcam and see if I can fix that up for everybody. What a fascinating stream this is. Video capture device. Let's add that. Okay, there we go. Let's see if that works. Let's pop that underneath. Lovely. All right. And my back. Echo. Ah, wait. There we go. It's because the webcam also has a microphone. This is so exciting. Twitch is anti-shorts. So I have these little denim shorts. Let's see if it does it again. There you go. So my denim shorts, which I'm sure is fascinating to everybody. But yeah. Thank you. I'm glad everybody had a chance. But this is the thing, is I know that those can be perceived as feminine, but actually, why can't I wear them? Why can't you wear things? Like, yes, a lot of gender, the talk about the social elements of gender, it's really hard to avoid that. And if you are trying to pass, it's that thing of looking at guys around you, noting what kind of people your age are wearing and what is expected, trying to find things that maybe are a boxier cut to disguise body, stuff like that. But really, it's about how you feel comfortable. Thank you, Leaky. I will try. I know that every time I just take it away, I feel really untech savvy. Oh, I'm also trying the Mix It Up bot. So for anyone who's in there going, oh yes, I know lots about Twitch. Yeah, I'm trying the Mix It Up bot, partly because I want to add the credits, because I just want to do a little shout out to all the subscribers. If you are subscribing, or if you've been gifted a subscription, thank you so much. It really does make a difference. It lets me devote more time, effort and energy to be able to doing these streams, which is absolutely fantastic. Yeah, this is the thing, is you don't need to convince anyone of anything. If you are comfortable in your own identity, then if you're wearing it, then it's a non-binary outfit. That's kind of the way you need to think about it. And I know it's difficult, and I know that that's easy to say and hard to really live. But actually, so much of the perception of you comes from what you're giving out into the world and your own perception and sense of self. And yeah, there's always going to be people who misgender you. I'm really sorry, but it's going to happen. It'll happen. There are guys with full beards who get misgendered just because, but in the same way, there are just tall cisgender women who are misgendered because people suddenly go, that's a tall person, they're male. Like, our ideas of gender are so different and contingent on, so many personal views. For me, the journey of working out who you are is quite a internal one. It's one that needs to be focused on how do you want to appear. Look in the mirror, do you like what you see? And I know that's not probably what you want to hear, because I'd love to be able to say, oh, tips for passing, but actually, yeah, if you want to wear, gender roles are dead. Gender presentation, like, if it is very important to you to pass, then there are passing tips online, and it is everything from kind of, they'll tell you certain, like, go to Uniqlo because there are certain things there, but I don't want us to fall into the gender binary trap, or at least the idea of reinforcing gender stereotypes. I'm not saying that it's not important. Like, if you are a man, whether you're trans or cis or otherwise, and you want to exist in what is perceived as masculine clothing in your culture, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that, and it makes total sense. However, just remember that a lot of cis guys are like deconstructing what gender means. They're learning that they can go to the other half of the shop as well. So please don't put yourself in a new box. Don't say, well, I'm a man, so I have to dress in men's clothes. Well, no. You dress in the way that makes you feel good, that makes you feel that you're fully expressing your whole self. Again, like I say, there are going to be, for example, there's always stories of trans women who come out and are the girliest girls and are enjoying girlhood for the first time. But there are also butch trans women. There are tomboy trans girls. Like, gender is to be played with and to be explored. It's not a set of rules that you need to follow so that you can tick boxes. If it is for your safety, if you need to pass, things like that, then like I say, passing tips do exist online. Also, I do recommend Vinted. I haven't bought new clothes like from a shop for ages, because it's so expensive and much of it is like awful. Right, much of a choice in clothes. Generally going to need to shop at the girls' more. Like, I get it, I do. I would say that men's clothing tends to be, or clothing designed for men, tends to be better quality, cheaper, and have bigger pockets. Just going to say that. In terms of size, look at boys' clothing. If you're struggling, like I say, look at clothing that's sort of age 14 to 15 for boys. It will be smaller, and it may fit you. With the weather we've been having, the shorts are amazing. Thank you, everybody. I'm a jeans person. I had this discussion with a very dear friend of mine recently where I just said, how do you wear jeans? He wears full-length jeans even in this weather. I don't know what he's made of. Clothes are the only gendered in language where now. Yes, I enjoy that. Thank you, Angel. I agreed. Yeah, ads. Sorry for the ads. Like I say, if you subscribe, you don't get ads, but, I do want to make sure that this is accessible for everyone. Let's have a little look. Gender roles. Yeah, no, we don't need gender norms. We are in a post-gender world for, at least for what we're wearing. Yeah. Being a cis man who cries easily. The thing is, I just want you to remember that Arthurian knights as well, they cried easily. Like, literally, Guinevere shouts at Lancelot and he passes out. Like, there is, you can, if it feels, if it's something that to you resonates with your idea of masculinity, then it's masculine. Like, these things are all personal, or at least this is my view. And I do understand that we can't fully extricate gender from its social context and connotations, because part of it is social. So I understand you can't fully pull it apart, but actually that internal sense of gender, that's for you to work out. Yeah, they have really big pockets, real pockets, genuine pockets. Good evening, Lawmonger. Lovely to see you. Live in tank tops, 100%. Oh my gosh, please, the colour selection, that is true. For a lot of what we consider men's clothing, the colour selection is just so it's sad. It's really sad. I will also say, if you are looking for clothing, which is in sort of this masculine style, but designed for AFAB bodies, looking at some of the companies I'm going to chat about today, they sometimes do apparel. Like I say, this is Wannababy. They do apparel. Other companies do apparel, and that is designed to be this sort of mask cut. Unfortunately, we lost Both And, RIP, which was a lovely, oh my God, I'm so gutted I only got a few bits from them, but they did a wonderful job of making this kind of clothing. There's also loads about clothing online. Oh, I really hear you. More neutral styles, Leslie. I truly get you. I'm sure Em will shout out, you have what, size 9 feet? Em has size 9 feet. She sends love, by the way, if anyone didn't see her little cameo earlier. She has size 9 feet, and it's a nightmare finding things. But they do exist. Patterns in the guys' clothes section. Oh, something I would say. If there is a top, there are some tops I like that you might often see me in my like Kingdom Hearts or my Thor Naruto top, and they have kind of these big armholes. Those I cut myself. I basically found a top that I liked, and then I cut my other tops to be the same size and shape, which works totally. So please feel, clothes are also designed to be played with. You owe myself. Oh no, you don't owe anyone anything, Krusty. Like I say, if you want to pass and you want, it's important to you to be part of that social interplay of gender, there is no judgment here. You are totally allowed to do that. And yes, we get euphoria from it. I get euphoria from suits. That's fantastic. But if that isn't for you, and you just want to, men can wear whatever clothing they like, and so can women, and we just need to unlearn this idea. It's just cloth. It's fabric. The important thing is, how does it make you feel? Who is the person you want to be in these outfits? Oh, a woman's size 15. I hear you, Leslie. Oh my God, nightmare getting shoes that size. And yeah, a lot of people I think see non-binary as this additional third box. And that's so frustrating, because it's like, no, the whole idea is that we're saying no to these boxes. And yes, I enjoy androgyny. I enjoy specifically playing with that. But actually, you can be non-binary and wear what you like. Like, there aren't rules. This is the thing I keep trying to tell people, is that when you start exploring gender identity, and a lot of the sort of more gender critical and turf people will say, oh, you're reinforcing the binary. I'm here going, no, I'm acknowledging that the binary exists, and I'm acknowledging that to some people that binary is very important, and I'm not going to judge that. And I'm also saying that I am somebody who has existed and been socialized in a world with gender, which means I have a concept of gender, which means I have a relationship to that concept of gender. Now, not everybody does, but I personally do, and so do other people. And if you have that relationship and that gender identity, as we call it, you can't extricate it from the social setting completely, like I said earlier, but it's part of you. And that's fine. However, that doesn't mean you can't keep deconstructing it. Deconstructing what gender means to you. You can't deconstruct gender in society on your own. We can, as a society, choose to do that. However, it's having that simultaneous acknowledgement that you understand what gender means for you, and you understand what gender means for society. And sometimes those two things might match up, but sometimes they don't, and that's allowed as well. Like, if you're there saying, well, actually, I think it's very manly for men to paint their fingernails, or at least you go, I think it's absolutely fine for men to paint their fingernails, but you're living in a country or society that says, oh, men don't do that. And if you're a trans man and you go, oh, actually, painting my nails gives me dysphoria, that's understandable. That's totally understandable. Fifi. Oh, it's Fifi time. Fifi time. Let's get the emotes in. I made an emote specifically. Yes, darling. I know, Fifi, I know. I'm going to get the pillow. Fifi time. It's Fifi time. Okay, Fifi. Are you going to... Maybe you do not turn off the webcam. Fifi time. All right, team. Let's see if she's around. She's around. So, yes, I went off on a bit of her throne. Yes, I went on a Robin rant then. But yes, I just want to really encourage people that if you are playing with gender anyway, please don't be trapped in that idea that gender has to be whatever it is in your society. Oh, thank you. Sub to Fifi time. Here we go. Uppies. Here we go. Big up, big jump, big jump. Good girl. Yes, hello, Fifi. She doesn't mind the big jumps as much since she had her arthritis shot, because she is 2 more subs to stop. Fifi, no, baby, you can't be there. Baby, you can't be there. Honey, you gonna go on the windowsill? She is currently standing completely in the way, bless her. And yeah, and also this will all change. The idea of what is masculine and feminine, that's going to change over time. The key thing is, what does it mean to you? What does it mean in your life? What does it mean for you to work out, like, do you... Yeah, I don't think, sorry, the point I think I was saying is, if you live in a culture that has told you all your life, well, men don't wear skirts, and then you, as a trans man, put on a skirt and feel dysphoric, there's nothing wrong with you. Like, that's really understandable because you've grown up in a culture and that you have these associations. That's not a bad thing. Like, in the same way for cisgender men, they might feel dysphoric in skirts. I feel dysphoric in skirts. What we can choose to do is deconstruct that, maybe find different ways of working through that, and we can work together to kind of decouple it from that social idea. But actually, you don't have to yet. It's enough that you're already working out your gender. Fifi, baby, oh my God, Fifi. She's walking right across the screen. There we go. My child, welcome. Yeah. Pink and high heels was masculine, 100%. The precious baby is here. Now, I'm really going to go back to these binders because I sort of started showing them and I didn't really give anything else. But yeah, the GC2b binders, they kind of got a little bit of a bad rap because they were everything. They were the binder company that everybody went to. And then they grew very they grew big very fast. And what happened then is there was this idea that, the binders are breaking, they're not as good as they used to be, there were lots of issues. And it was kind of working out, okay, are these still any good? I would suggest that trying these on, the main problem I had was sizing. I got 3 binders all the same size, and they, as in like all small or whatever, and they all came out different sizes. Fifi is being herself, she's a princess. So for me, and they also all came up small. This one, I've worn this quite a lot now, and I do like it. I will say that some of the things I like is it's got different coloured stitching, which I really like, the kind of contrast stitching. I will say it's not the neatest finish I've seen on a binder. This was kind of my general conclusion with GC2b for their old pattern was that they just grew really fast, and they didn't have the same level of love that I've seen in certain binder companies where they really go the extra mile. For example, these all, they were on sale, but they all came in separate packaging. There was no kind of explanation. There was nothing with it. Some of them were just in sort of like this weird plastic bags. So are GC2b still worth looking at? I would suggest yes. I do still quite like some of their stuff. However, if you do have issues and you do need to be careful with sizing, just make sure it fits. Fifi, why, baby, why? Okay. She just walked in front. There we go. Let me see. I've got a question in the chat. Halfway through coming out to family. Do you have any tips coming out to family? I think I said this on my last one as well. I came out to my family a little bit by just sending them podcasts where I was talking about being non-binary. I know that's not possible for everybody, but I think you don't have to do everything all at once. You can say to them, again, centre it not on... It doesn't have to be a grand announcement. It can just be a case of, this is what I'm exploring at the moment and this is why. Like, just assume that they don't have the same level of knowledge or emotional connection. Like, they are going to have big feelings about this. And you are having big feelings. Everyone's having big feelings. Giving them patience and grace and time is something that really cannot be overestimated. At the same time, being clear with your boundaries and being clear that actually this is what this means to you. And if they choose to go against that, that is painful to you. Like, that is, and be honest and say, if you misgender me, it hurts. And I love you, and I hope you love me, and I hope you don't want to hurt me. So put it in those very personal terms, rather than it being about, well, it's wrong to misgender somebody. Let them know from that personal point of view, it's painful to me when you do this. Because often people, if they have ideas about what, the transgender agenda or something, or if they've heard God knows what on GBBs, like... they will have an idea in their heads already, but when you bring it back to actually people in the room and say, I explained it to my family, something that helped was me saying, if you got married and you changed your surname and everyone insisted on referring to you by your maiden name, how would you feel? Would you feel that they just ignored your choices and ignored an important life event for you and part of your identity? And that was helpful, I think, to some people because they got the, oh, no, actually, I get that. Or, for example, if you wouldn't use somebody's title, like saying doctor or saying Mrs. So using these sort of analogies. There we go. Fifi turned off the microphone. Well done, Fifi. Fifi muted the mic. Am I still muted? Cat muted the mic. Am I back? She mutes. She is an absolute menace. That's why she has her own emote. Hydrate, everybody. Oh, I'm sorry, Majora. It's so difficult. Like, a lot of people, like I say, they're going to have big emotional responses because for them, it might feel like the person they know, either it's not that person anymore, or they might feel guilty that they didn't notice. They might feel upset. They're dealing with their own ego. And a lot of people just don't. I'm sorry to say that a lot of people haven't done the level of kind of emotional insight because they've never needed to. They've kind of, for a lot of people, they've lived their lives by a script that is very known and is very comfortable to them. And so they haven't had to kind of come out of it and ask themselves complicated questions. There isn't really a way to... There is no neat one-size-fits-all answer to coming out. The main thing is you've got to prioritise your safety. And if you are in a space where you can't move away from your parents or your family or anything else, then you need to make sure you are safe. Let me see. Yeah, outing people, not okay. Not okay. Type and you read, it takes like, yeah, absolutely. The Chaos Goblins, 100%. Well, so that's my GC2b anyway. And again, I do like the colours. I won't lie to you. One of the good things about GC2b, they have loads of different colour options just because they're a massive company. They deliver everywhere. There's, they are a company. You can find loads of reviews. You can see it on a variety of different body sizes. They are kind of average price for the industry. So that is one of the more famous companies. I am now going to talk about one of the most expensive binders that I was ever given. And again, I do own this. And the thing that frustrates me a little bit is, yes, I do wear it. I probably wear it more than actually a lot of my other binders. This is... Do I have a referral? I don't have referral links generally because I try to avoid endorsing any one particular company. If there are particular binders that you like and that you want me to kind of communicate with, because I have somewhat of a sway in having some form of social platform, if you all say, oh, we love this binder from Wannababy or something, I can probably send them a message and say, could I get a link specifically for my Twitch subscribers or something? I might be able to get a referral link. But what I never wanted was for people to feel like I was doing, because there's never actually an obligation for me to make these review videos. They don't ask me to, they don't give me a script. This is me trying to be as honest as I can, and I know that the moment money gets involved, and ironically the For Them binder, which is this one, was the only one I ever did get a referral code for, and like I say, I did it for a bit, and whenever anyone bought one, I got a percentage of that, and I didn't like what that was doing. For me, it felt like I had ulterior motive, and I think that when you get money, it gets complicated. Oh, well, no, I'm glad it can help you understand. But yeah, like I say, if there's something that you all really like, or for example, Chained, these lovely people, what I was thinking of doing is maybe contacting some people I've worked with in the past to see whether we could do a giveaway or something, just as a thank you for your wonderful welcome on Twitch. But I can't promise that. But anyway, this is the For Them binder. For Them is expensive. I won't lie to you. It's expensive, but I do also really like it. And I'm really torn about that. When I'm saying expensive, I'm saying sort of closer to the £70, £80 mark. It's made in America, which means it has to be shipped, which means it's more expensive for UK-based people, which is the perspective I'm looking at. It's really well made. I think they also pay living wage. But, thank you. No, I understand the reward thing, and it's partly why I said in the previous stream, I'm terrible at asking people for money. A lot of what I'm doing here is just because I want the knowledge to be out there. That being said, if you want to subscribe, if you want to cheer or anything, I'm really grateful for it, because I do all of this without being paid. Like I say, I'm not paid for my reviews. I'm not doing anything like that. I just want my community to have the information. But yes, and good luck if you are struggling. Like I do send a shout out. The pretty purple one was also GC2b. So G, the letter G, the letter C, the number 2, B, one of the most famous binder companies. But yeah, this is For Them. They have this binder. I think they have a new one as well, which is more compression. Because the thing about this binder, and part of the reason I wear it a lot, is because it actually doesn't compress my chest that much. Most of the binders we're going to look at today, they compress my chest by about 2 inches or so. This does less, but it is so comfortable. It's reversible. It's also very small. Like, I can wear this, and because of the way my torso is built, it's very flattering on me. It's flush to my skin. Also, all the things I'm doing here, you can go to my channel and you can see my full review of them on socials. If someone can do the socials shout out. If you go to TikTok especially, you'll be able to find a whole list of binder reviews. I think they're all also on Insta, and they're even on YouTube. Like, you can go and have a look, and I break them all down in detail. But yeah, for them is one of those love-hate relationships for me, because I don't want to be saying to people, oh, you know, I know in a cost of living, saying something that is quite expensive and recommending and saying, you know, I wear this a lot. Like I say, I'm trying not to recommend any binders, but I will say I do wear this more. It's also one of those things that has lasted through multiple washes, because I have worn it for a while. It's still pretty much as elastic as the day I got it. So yes, it's more expensive, but for me it's worth it. So if you have a little bit more disposable income, if you're looking for something that is more comfort focused, that is also more sort of sports bra like, if you don't need as much compression, perhaps if you have a smaller chest, perhaps if you're on T and you're looking for something very stretchy, this will be a good choice. It won't work for everyone, it's not worth it for everyone, but if you're looking for a higher end product, also I really like supporting companies that pay living wage. I know it's not always possible though, so I will say for them, that's that one. We're now going to talk about the Fluxion, the legend. So the Fluxion is fairly new to the market. They have one binder, and it's great. Won't lie to you, team. Fluxion binder. So I'm a big fan of Spectrum because they're made in the UK. I've known the team, I've met the team, I've worked with them. There's lots of great things. Of the binders that exist kind of outside, this is easily top 5. Now, you can't really see, it's not really doing the colour justice. I really like this. It's a narrower back, which I really like. Now this, it's so soft. It's really sensory friendly. All the seams, like, I'm not even sure if you can see it, but I'm going to hold it up to the webcam here. The seams are all covered. They're so smooth. They're really stretchy. And this front panel is also really soft. Like, this is a comfortable binder. It's breathable. It's sort of the spiritual successor to the Fittest binder, which you might be able to see. It comes in a variety of sizes and colours, but it is only one design. So if you're there like, I want a binder that does kind of a bit of everything and is a fairly reasonable price, also you'll be able to find codes for Fluxion. They do giveaways. A lot of these companies do, by the way. A lot of them have binder giveaway schemes and things like that. But I really like the Fluxion. I won't lie to you. They also, I mean, it has this like bobbling effect to the material, but when it stretches. But of all of my binders, sensory love. She's got earphones on. But I was just saying, you like the Fluxion binders. I think these are some of her favourite ones. So if you're someone who's thinking, I want something soft, comfortable, that still does that like 2 inches of compression, Fluxion will probably do that. I really do like them. They come in a variety of colours, but there is only this cut. So if you're like, oh, I want a long binder or things like that, I don't think they do anything else. Right, yes, Kai, best of luck with it. We are all standing behind you, my friend. I know how challenging it can be. So yes, that's Fluxion. And again, that's one of my more regular binders. Oh, it's also flat seams at the side. Like, if you're somebody who struggles with that bobbly feeling under the arm, these are super flat. So Fluxion is a good choice for a lot of people. Let's see, what have I got coming up next? What are you? I think you might be another Fluxion. Okay, now we're going to have to talk about the fact that these designs aren't copyrighted at all. And it might be that certain companies make their own versions of other binders. Wannababy, I've talked about them before. They're the ones I've talked about. I'm going to look at a lot of Wannababy binders. They make this. I won't lie to you, it's very similar to the Fluxion. They only do it in one colour though, and they do a lot of other binder designs, but it has the exact same flat seams, it has the exact same soft, super soft fabric, it does the same level of high compression despite being very comfortable. I'm not saying people looked at each other's notes, but I am saying that if maybe you can't find what you want on Fluxion, this Wannababy version might also work. I can't remember exactly what that is called because, again, look, I've got an entire box here. I'm not going to be able to remember the name of every single one. Let me see. That looks like another. Yes. Are you a... This is the old Fittest binders. These don't exist anymore, but I'll show you them anyway. This was, Fittest are great. If you have any of these, RIP Fittest, they had this specific, I'm not really sure you can see it in the light, but it's got this cross design in the back that was designed to make it kind of more evenly distributed across the tension. But I like them. They were very, very nice. Like I say, the Fluxine's kind of the spiritual successor to the Fittest. They're very similar in lots of ways, and they prioritise a lot of the same stuff. So I won't go too much into that one. How do you know how to size them? Pretty much every binder company will have on their website a chart, and that chart will probably ask you for the measurement around the widest point of your chest. So for most people that's around nipple height. They might also ask you for your rib size, which is the bit underneath here. Now some of them might even ask you for shoulder size, depending on how you're going with this. That is like, if you can't do that, the thing that you're probably going to want is, do I have any of the tape? There is tape somewhere. You're going to want a measuring tape. You can get tailor's tape. You can get it online so cheap. You can get it in Crackers sometimes. Like, you can get tailoring tape very easily. But if you don't have it, get a piece of string, wrap it round, and then measure it on a ruler. So that's how you work it out. If you're really uncertain, drop them a message, because they'll let you know. A lot of these companies are run by like singular, or like they're run by really small teams of queer people, and they are so keen to help. So if you're like, I have no idea what size I want, they will help, because they're lovely. They all have different size charts. A general rule of thumb is that if it's Wannababy or Weavov or a company that is based in Asia, it is going to come up small. Same for me as GC2b actually, is that, so in Wannababy I wear a large or a medium, but in pretty much every other binder I wear a small, or even in Spectrum I wear an extra small. It's just one of those things. This is the binder that I wore in a review that got banned on TikTok. This is from Sock Drawer Heroes. The reason it got banned is because they thought I was naked, because it was close enough to my skin colour that it really passed as a as just my skin, and it just did an excellent job. This is, again, sorry, the reason that I'm being very, very, effusive about a lot of these is because I put my regularly worn binders on top, so you're getting all of the ones I kind of still use. I use this as well for a stage show that I did, and I was able to wear this for an entire 2-hour-long show. Was it warm? Yes. Thankfully, there was great AC in that particular building. But I was able to breathe. I was able to do all of the kind of breath work I needed to do to support myself in a stage show. This is the Australian brand Sock Drawer Heroes. They are, like I say, they're a brilliant brand. They do lots of other things. I think they do apparel. They do lots of things. Problem with being pale, 100%. Oh, do they have Fluxine has a full tank now? Oh, good. Sorry, I didn't know. That's quite new. So the rolling up on hips. So something to bear in mind, this doesn't have it, but some of them have a little sticky strip along the bottom that stops it pulling up as much. If you have sensory difficulties, you might hate the sticky strip. M hates them, but you might get on really well with them. So it can help. You also want to look for longer ones. Like there are some that I've worn that they're just so short, and you'll see me in reviews. I'll lift my arms up and it will just whoop, up you come. You want to find this one, like I say, it's a good length on me. I did still need to tuck it into my pants because you don't want it to roll up. But this was, does it work as shapewear? Can do. So one of the difficulties is you don't want, so the way these binders work, and Sock Drawer, this is a good one to show you, is that it has that, in order to bind, it has this stiffer front panel. So this front panel here, that's cotton in most of these, by the way. Most of them are made of, they're made of like elastane, rayon. They're made of, man-made fabrics, but then they've got this cotton here because you need to have a certain level of elasticity to the fabric, and then different companies have different kind of percentages of elastane and elastic. Some of them are latex-free, some of them aren't. So if you, not latex, maybe latex. Essentially, double check the websites if you are looking to do it. Because, this isn't a stream I'm using to sell things like this. Something like this, it's only, though, the top. And then you've got this line here where you can see this... wow. Sorry, I'm just using the murder bat. The murder bat is a tennis racket which is electrified to get flies because it's very hot, so the window's open and sometimes flies come in. So if you hear a crack, it's the murder bat.
Sorry.
It's all right. But what you've then got on the bottom here is this stretchier fabric. It's still tight enough that it can help as shapewear. It is not going to be as good as, say, Spanx. It's not going to hold everything in, but if you are somebody who is looking for a smoother line, it can help with that. what I would say is please be careful if you're wearing like a binder and shapewear, because you want to still be able to breathe easily. You want to be able to move. You don't want to kind of constrict everything in. You want to still be able to belly breathe and stuff like that. So hi M, wherever you are. Yes, an angry M with her murder bat, as is good. LRB says hi. M says hi. But also long binders, sweaty. Won't lie to you, these are hot. Like, if you're somebody who gets hot easily, long binders are difficult. Yeah, the electrified lantern. We do need one of those. We are all here for the non-scratchy clothing. Shout out to what is now designed by Debs, but it was Wild Mode. They make sensory-friendly clothing, including this top that I'm wearing now. You do not have to be uncomfortable in your pants. Yes, I'm talking about pants. Welcome, by the way, if you're here and I'm now talking about pants. You can have comfortable clothing, and you should. I'm just going to say that now because, yes, lace underwear looks nice, etc. But there is a world where you can just have comfy clothes. And I recommend that world. Right, so yes, companies keep... Yes, they do. It does make them more accessible. I think patenting a binder would be difficult, which is why different places are doing different things. And we'll talk about Weave Of in a minute. But yes, there are a few sort of set designs and that they all kind of use. And GC2b really did pioneer there, and so did Spectrum. But I'll go through that when we get there. I'll show you something a little bit different here. Shapeshifters, I believe. Let me double check. Yeah. This is a custom-made binder. It's really cool, but there are issues with it. Pants is UK for underwear. Yeah, I'm talking about your underwear. Although also your trousers. So this, look at the galaxy. This is so... I love this fabric. So this is made by Shapeshifters. They make custom binders. So they actually picked this fabric for me. I asked for very wide armholes because I like a lot of mobility in my arms. Unfortunately, it's meant that these binders... I've got this one. I've also got... Where is it? My lovely Aquaman green one. Look at this. Look at how cool this is. I love these designs so much. They could make the Nightwing binder. They could make you any pattern design style you want. Unfortunately, like I say, these were just a bit narrow on me. This one also has an inner insert. We'll talk about inner inserts. These are bits of elastic. Now, they aren't all the way around. If you have a binder that is elastic all the way around and then you tighten it, what's going to happen is that elastic is going to want to squeeze in on itself. That is when it can get more dangerous. But just this inner insert here, it does make for a stiffer panel, which can be useful in making sort of a flatter size. Now, I love these binders. I wish that I'd been able... I wish I knew more about what to order, which is I shouldn't have asked for such large armholes. They're also a bit of an odd length. They are too long to be short, too short to be long. But when I roll it up, it works quite well. I will also say that if in the future I do get top surgery, I 100% will just wear these as tops. They also have zips. These are big side binders, side opening, which if you struggle and you need a side opening binder, these are great. The thing is, this zip does not have like an underbit. A lot of the zips have kind of a guard against your skin. These don't, which can mean that you just have to be a bit careful putting them on. Let me know, do you prefer the green one or do you prefer the Starry Galaxy one? Let me know in chat. Votes for green, votes for Starry Galaxy. Hello! Hello, Saoirse. It's lovely to see you. And yeah, love a zip. Fantastic. Yeah, tucking it in. I wonder whether like you can get like leg garters. Maybe they would hold it in, like shirt garters. Galaxy, we're getting both. I love this. And like I say, this is just a group of people making it. It will take longer. I've got these. I've also got one from Origami Customs here. This was custom made, so it was made to their preset design. I wear this one quite a lot too because again, it's in that sort of place between sports bra and binder, and because I have quite a small chest and I'm very active, these can be really helpful for me. But this is glittery and gold. Hello, Fifi. And again, it's quite light. You can see that on my personal preference, I do wear these more. This is Origami Customs. These are Shapeshifters. If you're somebody who finds that you have a very unique body type, maybe you've got like really, you are blessed with a larger chest, as somebody might say, or if you're struggling, cursed, shall we say, with a larger chest, but you've got a narrower rib cage, or maybe you're needing something specific, or maybe, you're recovering, or you've got something, things are different sizes, looking for a custom-made binder could be a good choice. It is more expensive, and it will take longer to arrive. However, you can pick your fabric, you can pick your design, your length, like you can work with them to get the real garment that you want. So there's lots of genuinely great things about custom binders, which I do enjoy. Now we're going to talk. Oh, I mentioned it. I did bring it. Would you like to see my axolotl binder? And they're not just axolotls. They're gay axolotls. They're pride axolotls. You can see they've all got different pride flags in their ears. This is from or Wild Mode, or designed by Debs, as she's kind of started a new company. This is one of the... I wear this a lot. I won't lie to you. It's a very loose binder, but it is a binder. It flattens down probably close to 1 inch rather than 2 inches. It's really comfy and I can work out in it. It's one of those ones that really is a cross between a binder and a sports bra. It's quite high in the arm, so it goes quite high into the armpit, which if you sweat a lot, I just have to wash this a lot. It's also got rainbow here, and it's really soft. Again, that particular company is designed to be more like comfortable clothing and sensory friendly. It's very silky on the inside, and then you can pick the pattern. So you pick the front fabric, and I do like it. Like I say, I try not to, because a lot of my reviews I try to be as unbiased as I can be, and I try and give things from like an external perspective of it's this or it's that. Whereas if I was being honest and saying what do I actually wear, I wear this on rotation. I've got 2 of them and I wear them pretty much every week. I will be wearing these, so that they do please me a lot. But again, that's because I am really fortunate that my dysphoria can be handled by something a bit lighter. But yeah, gay axolotls. I have matching trousers. I love my axolotls. Let's see what we got here. We're moving to Spectrum territory. Let's go to Spectrum. So if you've never heard of Spectrum, they are one of the main binder companies in the UK. I actually have, this is their standard binder. I've got a blue version. They do other versions. They do flesh coloured, various flesh tones. You can see I wear it mainly because you can see the deodorant. I really like I really like Spectrum. Why do I like them so much? Well, they invited me in to do some work with them, so I met the team. They work. They were, when I did the bindies, which was my fake binder award ceremony, where I literally ranked all of the binders, I did loads of maths. But Spectrum, these are kind of some of the best all-rounders. They're pretty good for sensory. They compress the chest, some of the best level of compression. Like I get a good 2 inches, if not more, of compression from this. They've got that sturdy cotton front panel. Then they've got a stretchy back. They're breathable, they're comfortable. They're a little bit long, and Spectrum's main design, their main flaw is that they're a bit gaping in the ribs, so they aren't sort of flush to the body. They've got a variety of colours designs. They use recycled ocean plastics. They are very good at being discreet, so I think your bank statement says something other than Spectrum. It says something else. There's a lot. They're a UK company. I am UK based, so they get posted very quickly. I also, I'm supporting local business. Spectrum, it holds up. My God, does it hold up? This isn't my main Spectrum one. That's upstairs, just in my drawer, and actually it's probably in the wash because I do wear it all the time. They're great. Like, if you're there going, I need to get a binder, especially if you're based in the UK, Spectrum is a really good first port of call. They, like I say, they're a little long. They also have proper long binders, although I find their long binders a little bit short. That being said, they're quite big, and that can be good if you have a larger chest, because the problem with those smaller ones, like the 4them binder, if you're working with large breasts, then it has to go somewhere. It has your chest has to go somewhere, and when you've got a big front panel like this, it has somewhere it needs to go. So for people in larger bodies, Spectrum works really well. That's their standard design. They recently brought out the Spectrum Light. Now, this combats a lot of the problems with the main design. It is not as compressive, but it's not meant to be. Now, I know somebody ran a marathon wearing one of these. You can... Oh, no, that's the untag one. Where's my Spectrum Light? Oh, no, I think I've left the Spectrum Light upstairs. Difference between these, Spectrum Light is just close to the body. It's got a little hole in the back. It is less compressive. It's not that sort of same front panel. It's also, I think it's tighter to the body. It's designed to be worn for longer hours. So if you, Axolotl is, let me find, also Spectrum is about 30 quid, I think, from memory. Let me look, designed, Debs is the, find... Let me find it. Sorry, this must be fascinating to people just watching me cash. Debs with a Z. Let me find sports bras. I think it'll probably be here. Let me find it. Sorry, I'm just literally looking on their website so I can give you the exact link. Here we go. Oh, a lower neckline one as well. Didn't even know they did that. They do higher and lower necklines. So here we go. And yeah, you can pick the print that you want. Let me just pop that in chat. Yeah, in terms of affordability, by the way, that's a difficult one for me to answer. Spectrum and middle of the market. You can get ones that are like a more, which I might show you, that's like £80. That's some of the more expensive ones. The cheapest ones are from LGBT Unicorns. But let's have it, yeah, 40 quid now. That's probably, about 36 to 40, I think. So yeah, the Spectrum Light is also there that you can have a look at. I like the Spectrum Light a lot as a sports bra, but bear in mind they are differently sized to the main Spectrum. So for me, Spectrum Light again sits in that sports bra binder category. This is from Untag. Untag. Untag have sent me many things over the years, and I found them to be originally a bit of a mixed bag. They have done some of my least favourite and some of my favourite binders. So this one is their Racerback, and when they say Racerback, they mean Racerback. This is so narrow. Like literally, you can see this really is easy to hide. It's very flush to the body. It hasn't, the front panel, the thing about Untag is often they don't have the cotton, they're just very elastic. So I found that Untag was a bit odd during sizing. They used to be called Transmissy, now they're Untag. Like I say, some of my favourite binders, including if you've ever seen me in the lace binder, again, a lot of these are still upstairs. I've got a lace binder that I wear in a lot of videos. That's from Untag. They do so many different things. Also, if I have any trans ladies watching, they do tucking panties. They don't just do binders. They do things for everybody. They are a European-based company. They're genuinely delightful. They're pushing the boundaries of kind of what different products I do like the team a lot, but like I say, for me they were hit and miss in that I'll get some things like this that I adore. This is a really lovely little binder, quite literally little. It's it suits me really well, it fits me really well, but there have been some from them that I actually couldn't wear because they were just too tight. The sizing didn't work. Yeah, Untag from Amsterdam. Like I say, I'm trying. I wouldn't say, yeah, Untag, especially recently. I have liked a lot of their stuff. Some of their older stuff. So yeah, that's the what's their? I have tried their basic swim binder. That's their extra strong. Yes, they have their Racerback as well. Tank binder. That's what it's called. So the one I just showed you there is their tank binder. I really like it. I have got a lot of those. I think their swim binder was one of the ones that I struggled with though. So they have a lot of stuff on their website. So if you haven't ever found Untag, check them out. They've got so many different options, which I love. Shall we find, what are you? Are you a weave of? Are you a weave of? What are you? Paxies! Oh, Paxies. Hello, Paxies. Okay, Paxies is a bit of an odd one. Paxies make packing boxes, and this is their binder. It is one of the binders for other military vehicles. Unfortunately not yet. A drone binder. So Paxies, the interesting thing about this binder is that it has a zip on the side, but it doesn't unzip all the way. It unzips to here, which means that it can be easier to get on. But I'll tell you, putting this on always gives me slight palpitations because I'm always worried I'm going to tear it. Also, I have a slight problem with this particular binder, which is that I've just got a little sharp bit here. The finish wasn't great on that particular binder, but I think that's very much about the model. I don't think that's sort of a generalisation. It also has this. You see this lovely stretchy stretch in the back. This has an elasticated back, which is designed to, I talked about Spectrum has a gaping in it. This is designed to keep the binder tight to your body, which honestly, I've not seen any other binders like this. Paxies was certainly innovative, and that's one of the things I really like about them. They have quite narrow straps. They've got the cotton front panel. Like I'm not gonna, basically every binder here is gonna be, it's got a cotton front panel and stretchy back because they all do. But Paxies is just interesting would be what I'd say, is if you wanted a binder that maybe you struggle a bit with mobility and you want that bit of extra zip, this could be a good choice. I just find it's a bit different, which is nice. Overheated. Struggle to find breathable tank tops that have a higher neckline. This is not that breathable. I do like this as a top. but it is quite thick because it's designed to be. 1 second, hydration break. This is Em's Diet Coke that she didn't finish. Right. Oh, I'm so sorry if HRT's off the table. I don't really have any words of advice other than that I imagine that's going to be incredibly difficult, and I hope you have people to talk to. Please know that everybody is different and there is no single way to be a trans person. And if you can't look into HRT, there's still lots of other ways for you to be able to exist as your authentic self in the world. Gonna keep going just because I've got a whole box here. What are you? It's another untag. You know how I know it's an untag? Instantly, just from touching it, it's because it's really sturdy. Untag make things that are built to last. I'm not saying there's a European stereotype there, but they build them to last. It is tough. Like this, I'm struggling to stretch this. If you don't mind a bit of compression wear, Untag's pretty good for that. It will compress your chest. It will. But it's not for everyone. And it's not for the faint of heart, is Untag. I think this might be a Wannababy. First Wannababy of the day. This is the long binder. You know, part of the reason I love this is because it is actually really long. It's one of the few long binders that goes all the way down your body. Much like the other long binder I showed you, this, and actually you can see this really clearly because you can see there's cotton front panel, then you get the line across here where you've got this stretchy fabric. Long binder is actually long. Oh, I have so many. Like I say, it's my hoard. And I'd love to be able to auction them off once I have top surgery and to be able to raise funds for other people. But part of me is like, maybe one day I'll be famous enough that people will care. Or I can just sort of stand from the balcony. And I do quite like them. A long binder. Yes, this is a long boy. Okay, Wannababy. The thing about them is that every time I think they're going to be... I looked at the website and I was like, okay, they're really quite cheap. Are they going to be cheap? No, they're really good. They surprise me every single time. Like every item I've got from Wannababy, I was like, oh, is it going to be? And it's great. Like they do really good binders. Like I say, you got to bear in mind the sizing and double check the sizing because some of their products are different sizes. So double check the sizing. The website occasionally makes me want to pull my eyeballs out because there's loads of pop-ups and stuff like that. It's not the most accessible of websites, but their binders are good. They're really reasonably priced. I have done well. They often send me things quickly and have great customer service. But again, I'm one of them influencer people. So you might have a different experience. It will take a little long. If you see any of my full reviews of Wannababy, they come in these little pouches. They give you stickers. I think they have a full refunds returns policy. I can't tell you what... Like, I can't tell you anything about sustainability or about working practices because I don't know. But they're really genuine. Like I say, you look at them and you're going to be like, is this like the Temu? Is it? No, it's great. Like, if you're looking for your first binder and perhaps money is a bit tight, or maybe you're not based in the UK, you don't want to go with Spectrum or whatever else, Wannababy have a load of different binders, load of different apparel, and I've really enjoyed every binder I've got from them. And they've survived wash and wear. They're some of my oldest binders. I haven't worn this one as much, but like their comfortable binder is my go-to comfortable binder. Can't remember, I think it's called their sports binder, and I've worn that for a full day of like a wedding, and it's stretchy and it's comfy and it goes through the wash fine, like you can throw it in the washing machine. It's just one of those companies that you think, no, it's actually really good. So yeah, again, I just had to touch that to know that's an untag. Yeah, just touching that one. That's their tan one. Occasionally, by the way, they'll send me binders like prototypes, or they'll send me ones that they're trying different fabrics, and I'm just there not to review it, just to sort of give them opinions. But again, you can just see, I can't show you on camera, but I can tell an untag from the touch of the fabric because they are so sturdy, because they're just, these things are going to survive the apocalypse. But again, as with all untags, there's more, it's high compression. They don't even have the cotton front panel, they're just stretchy. So if stretchy is your thing and you want something that is going to make you feel not just that you're being gently held, but that you are being tightly bear hugged, then untag is a good choice. Amore. Okay. This is Amore Sensory. Amore Sensory is made by a lovely human being in Australia. and he made them to be sensory friendly. He has designed certain things, like, for example, these diagonal side seams that others have now copied, but I think, I don't want to guarantee he was the first, but I will say he really pioneered with these. So it means that it's tighter at the top, looser at the bottom around the ribs. It's really soft. I believe these are all handmade. All the seams, these are tiny. They're all fully covered. They're tiny, tiny, like the stitching. I can't even show you because it's going to be, but the stitching on these, it's so neat. I won't lie. You can feel this and you know it's going to last. And you know what I'm going to say? It's expensive. Like, what I say expensive, I don't always like using the word expensive because it implies it's not good value. I think they're good value, but they have a higher price point. If you're looking for something that's going to last, if you want to support a small business, if sensory is really important to you, like it's even like this diagonal, they've thought about the like diagonal fibers or something. It's so silky. They also have ones that are designed specifically for larger bodies. Like Amore is, if you have the money and you want to invest in a garment, Amore sensory. And like I say, I really want to shout out to the owner who is doing this all himself. I think him, by the way. If I get any pronouns wrong, I'm really sorry. But yeah, Amore sensory, that is a premium product. And it's great. Like, it's a lovely binder. The reason this still has this on is that this is the wrong size for me. I actually have my other one that I wear, which, again, I wear it. Again, the other thing is the armholes. Like I say, if you're somebody who's going, I can't wear any other binders because the seams or whatever, these seams, they're fully covered. You can see it here. Like, it's on the outside, but on the inside, it's fully covered. It's delightful, but I know it's not for everybody. Is everyone okay, chat, by the way? I'm sort of going through these at a bit of a pace. Let's check in with everybody. How are we doing? Sound off in chat. Between 1 and 10. 10 being I'm having the best day of my life. 1 being, oh God, Robin, why? Give me a number between 1 and 10. How are we doing? Got some 6s and 7s. Yeah, that makes sense. And a posture check from Lee here is very, very good. Good. 6, 7. Cool. 6, 7. I get it. I'm down. I get it. 8. Nice, Otto. Yeah, it's so hot. I won't lie, team. It's so hot. Vibing. This is good. Hydrate, everybody. Hydrate. 6-bit improving. Oh, I'm so sorry, Melissa. 8. Not used to pinning messages. Stream 8. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry for people having different... You got a fan. Good. My biggest fan is the tower fan, and I appreciate it. Yeah, it is slowly cooling. If you are able to kind of get some cooler air. Thank you, everybody. I'm glad the stream's adding points. I'm sorry it's a rough day for you, my loves. Stolen it from your dad. Excellent work. Feeling way better than this morning. You've got AC. Rolling. That's a flex. Thank you. This is great. So, by the way, I'm also now putting some of the streams on YouTube. You can see all of them on our page, and then I will cross-post them over to YouTube so that it's really accessible if you need to. In the Netherlands, I get you. Let's see, I've got some weirder ones coming up here. What have I got? Again, I knew it was going to be an untag. It's their full-length tank binder. And you know what, tank, because it is like wearing a tank. Sorry, I feel like I got the whole untag lot here. Aha, the slip strip. You can see it on here. See this? Anti-slip strip. So this is this piece of like plastic that's designed to kind of keep it close to your body. Again, it's well made. It's going to last the apocalypse. Lovely thin, hideable back. If you are on T and you've got some lovely big lat muscles building in there, then racer backs are delightful. I say this as somebody who likes to do pull-ups. I really get frustrated by too wide back. So this is the other thing about this one. You'll notice this is the inside and it hasn't got that cotton front panel. This is just tight the whole way down. This is shapewear. If I put this on right now, it would suck everything in. So if you're looking for essentially the toughest, most long-lasting suck-it-all-in garment, the Untag tank binder, it makes me look like a secret agent. I love it. But, oh my God, not in this weather. I couldn't do it. Oh my God, the government alarm. So if you started the stream with me, literally I started the stream and then we just got... I was like, what is going on? So yeah, and the government alarm, please be wary of wildfires. And global warming. Back door blows directly on you. Hot air, very, very nice. This is good. This is very good. Yeah, the alarm. Everybody in the UK. Welcome, subscriber. Thank you so much. That's lovely. And I hope you will also now you will get full access to the emotes, including the Fifi emote. Let's see what we got going down here. Another one, Babby. This is their swim binder. I knew I had some of these. You can swim in most binders. A lot of them will say for the specific fabric that you can swim in it. The chlorine will corrode it. Salt will corrode it. Like, if you're using a binder for swimming, you're going to want something slightly larger than normal because the binders, imagine this, the water, it will suck it to your body. Now, I do quite like it. Like, it works for me. Oh, thank you, Lawmonger. That's incredibly kind. Welcome. Thank you. And welcome, Fallen. This is all good. We hit our sub goal. We hit the goal. We hit the goal. Yes, congratulations. And like I say, if we hit 1,000 subscribers, Em and I will do a Harley and Ivy cosplay. That's currently our big goal, but I haven't worked out how to do that yet. Hype, 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 hype. Brilliant. So yeah, this is their swim binder. It's really comfy. It's just really shiny is one of the things I'd say. It's that shinier fabric. It's designed for swimming. It's Wannababy. It's great. They've got loads of different binders on their website. If anyone has any specific questions about any of these, by the way, let me know. Oh, BWYA. I think this is a French brand. Oh my goodness, Silverstorm. That was so kind. Silverstorm's just done a load of these.
Also, hi, I'm here to also hype.
Hype, 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 hype.
You're all
hype.
splendid.
Oh, yay!
Oh,
thank you, everybody.
Thank you, team. You're
Potatoes. We got level 3. Look at that.
Look at
potato,
that.
Potato, potatoes.
Hi.
Do you want to? You can move the binder box.
No, it's
if
fine.
You
I'm not going to stay for too long.
Not going to stay too long.
I'm a bit maxed, but I do
It's
just
an
want to
M.
say hi to everybody because you're all splendid, and thank you all for
Silver Surfer. Hyping.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Silver
the
Surfer.
reward of hitting
Yay.
the reward of hitting our subscribers is an M. And
Hi,
you've just made the
we've got a
viewers
good
go up. You
collection.
know why? Just because you're here.
Oh, that's magical, isn't it?
Yes. The best.
I love you.
Thank you. I love you too. She's around.
I'm hot, team.
We all are.
I'm
How are you?
hot and I'm tired and it's a Friday and yeah, I'm hot.
She's hot. I mean, she
Hello,
is hot.
And it's also
She is
hi
hot.
everybody. It's all very sweet of you to say
Yeah,
hi.
I know,
Michelle,
right?
Lawmonger, Rona, Ellen.
Everyone's in.
Look,
Otto's in. Everyone's
we've got a full
in.
house, aren't you?
We
all
do.
fabulous?
I'm really grateful. Welcome. A wild M has appeared.
Yes.
Oh, I was going to ask. This was going to be okay. It was going to be one of my
That's
ones for
often,
next week.
That is actually often a very common phrase with me. Is a wild,
M has appeared. We do say
Like,
it a lot.
It's a very common refrain.
But I was going to say, if you could have a Pokemon, what Pokemon would you have? Because we talked about this the other day.
Ooh. I've completely forgotten
Oh,
the name
no.
of every single Pokemon. I'll think
That's
about it and come
fine.
back to you.
Swabble, I think you love.
Bye, friends.
Bye. She loves a Swabble. I personally would like an Eevee, and I feel like if I was, the thing is, I know it would just go into a Sylveon. I just love it. I would just love it so much. I also love Vulpix. I do enjoy them. There's lots of other Pokemon I love, but if I was actually going to have one. But yes, she is very hot and correct. Everyone who's saying my wife is hot here, you are all right. Like, I don't feel jealous. I just know that you're all correct. Snorlax, fair enough. Yeah, what would you have, chat, if you could have any Pokemon? Sorry, by the way, if you've just joined us, welcome. I am going through various chest binders. 10 out of 10. Fantastic. Welcome. So if you are just joining us, we're going through my entire collection of chest binders, which is very large. I'm kind of talking about different binders. We're also just talking gender, but we're talking Pokemon just to kind of relax ourselves out a bit as we got a little bit stuck for a while. Ditto, good choices. You both have perfect days. Thank you, Leslie. Appreciate that. Very nice. Very, very good. It is a joke amongst my friends that whenever I go out in the warm weather, I look like a bug Pokemon trainer because I've got kind of shorts on and then a massive bag and like a cap. So I do just look like, you know, you've met me on a thing. Any advice for results day? Oh, my friend, my main advice for results day is that once you've got them, they are then like, once you do any exam is only as useful as it is to get you to the next stage. No one ever asks about your A-levels. They never do. If it gets you into the uni you want to get into, that's all that matters, team. If it's not what you wanted it to be, I'm really sorry, but that one day, that is a reflection of one day. That is not a reflection of you. It might have been a reflection of you at your best, and that's fantastic. But please remember that you don't need... that it feels like the most important thing in the world. But as you go, the further through life you go and the further away that becomes, the less it's going to matter to you. Right, a Litten. Oh, I'd love a Litten. Oh, that's the other thing I think Em would have, is she'd have like all the cat Pokemon. I think she'd have a Persian. Welcome, 20 Spence. I'm going to lose my mind if I don't get through him. Oh my God, I'm sorry. Yeah, a lot of people, you know, clearing is a thing. And also, I took multiple gap years. I took a gap year and I earned money, and then I took a gap year and I went learning kung fu in China, and then I went to drama school. So like, you know, it may feel, if things don't go the way you want them to go, it can feel like the end of the world, but there are always more choices. There are always choices that you haven't considered yet. And it might be that you defer. It might be that you take time. It might be that you retake things, and that's totally fine. There is no... The judgment that you think you have is not actually real. It's not there. So you will be okay whatever happens. And also, not everyone does well in exams. It doesn't mean you're a bad person if you don't do well in exams. Some people do, and that's fantastic. But it's a single moment on a single day. Didn't go to uni, worked out in the end. Thank you, Leaky. I love that. I love that so much. And if you did do well, then celebrate. Like, there is nothing wrong as well being pride in that. So yeah, the last binder we looked at was the Wannababy, but this is the BWYA. Now, be who you want to, or something like that. I think they're a French brand. They came up very small. I liked the binders because they also did a really interesting, I think, yes, they did this. They did a binder with a waistband strap round here, which held it in close to the body. It's just unfortunate that it was too small, because this would do a sports bra because it had that extra support from this band. If you like it, that's great. Just be really wary, because it just came up really small, which means I can't really wear them. But I liked a lot about them, and if you want to see the full review, please do check them out. Yes, thank you, Hype Train. Let's open this hype chest. We got a shy ghost. Oh, we got a shy ghost. Choo choo, everybody, choo choo. I also love. We unlocked the. Where's the emu? We unlocked the emu. Where is he gone? Twitch Hype Train. We unlocked the emu loading, and I love him so much. He really pleased me. You've got to go. See you later, Locomotion. Well, you're left on the train. That's all good. Let's see how we're doing. You've already got a spot in uni, so the grade doesn't... Oh, congratulations, Skylar. Fantastic news. Choo choo, everybody. Thank you so much, subscribers. Like I say, 270 is an amazing number. I'm so excited for you all. Let's have a look. What we got here? Ooh, interesting one. Being where. This is interesting. So this was made genuinely one of the sweetest stories. Hello, Steph. It's nice to see you. This was made by a father for his child, his non-binary child, who needed something that was really, really sensory friendly. Now, they do underwear, some of the most comfortable pants I've ever had, but this particular binder is interesting. So as you can see, it's got the hook and eye fastenings on the side, except much like bra, you have different options of how tight you might want it to be. It's got a band, it's got a chest strap, a band under here. It is very, very soft. It's also got the inner insert in the front. So instead of a, so this is really quite hard to pull apart, and then it's got a very stretchy back, so you can see the back is much stretchier and much bouncier. This might be very good for you if you're somebody maybe with mobility issues, somebody who's looking for sort of these straps. It can work very well, but if you have a large chest, you might struggle, because these straps are so light and this is so strong. What Em and I both found is that it pulled the weight of it down. The straps weren't quite strong enough to hold it around the body. Now, if you are somebody, maybe you're developing, maybe, you know, for whatever reason, this might be a good choice. This brand is Being Wear, I think it is. So Being and then WEAR. Like I say, I really like their pants though. And Em, again, got sent some pants. And she loves them, sensory-wise. They're just really, really soft. So if you're somebody who's looking for really soft underwear, things like that. Oh, yeah, Steph, it'll all be saved. They're all saved on our page, don't you worry. So if you're interested in binders, things like that, and it'll also go on my YouTube. So there's that one. Oh, musical theatre, congratulations. That's really exciting. Yes, I've started to add them to YouTube as well. That's going to be a slow process, but we'll add them in just so that if anybody wants to watch it, they can. We are also streaming next week. We'll be streaming, I think, Monday, Wednesday and Saturday next week, because next week I'm teaching a show in a week. If you've never done that, if you're not an actor, then I'll tell you there's a summer course you can do. They are all over the country, where on Monday you are cast, you're in a show, and by Friday you do the show. You work all day, every day. It's one of the most insane weeks of my year, but it's always really good fun. So I'm doing that. Oh, welcome. Yes, I streamed. Oh, it's nice to see you, Lady Anne. Fantastic. Yes, this stream in particular, this is about chest binders. We're reviewing ones. I'm going through my entire big box. But Em and I also make streams, like Monday is Mental Health Monday. I think we're going to be talking chronic health conditions on Monday. Then Wednesday, we tend to do couples cutesy streams. It's an Ask Us Anything. We tend to either that or it's a bit more open. We might do things like talk about folklore or education or stuff like that. And then the end of the week one, either the Friday or Saturday, is me normally, and it's talking identity or gender and stuff like that. Oh, also, team, I meant to say, sometimes people have expressed a desire to see me in person and to meet me, which would be lovely. Now, I don't tend to do meet and greets, but what I am doing is the Camlan live show. So Camlan is the audio drama that I do with Tin Can Audio, who shout out to Amber here on Twitch, and also shout out to Tobias Weatherburn, who is one of the other actors in it. We are doing a live show at the London Podcast Festival. And I will get the details for you all on that, and I will let people know. But also at that show, you'll be able to come along, you can order tickets, and we do a meet and greet kind of after, where if you've got any merch or anything you want to sign, you get to see us do the entire episode. We record it live. That's in London in King's Place, and that is on... Yes, oh my gosh, you're even better. Leaky is on it. So if you want to kind of come along and meet me in person, then it would be lovely to meet you all, because I know you all exist in my computer right now, but that would be a chance to do that. It's also a chance for you guys to support independent audio drama if that's of interest. Love Camlan. I'll do, actually next week, I might try and raid Amber's chat so you can all see their amazing work, because they write all the music for it. It's a really great audio drama. You can get it all on Spotify, so if you want to do that. And yes, let me check Being Where. La 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 la. La 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 la. Yes, it is. They have. Being Where also has a kids section that for young people, and it's all sensory friendly and stuff like that. So that's Being Where. Again, they're a newer company, but they've got a really lovely story behind them. So yeah, doors from 4 p.m. Do come along, and it'll be lovely to see you. Yeah, oh my gosh. Leaky, I'm so glad that you clipped that section of Em and I just clapping you, because you are amazing. Yes, Kai, you got to go. Best of luck. It's lovely seeing you and lovely hearing from you. Hopefully we'll see you next week on stream. I do understand, like, if we're far away, like I say, who knows, maybe in the future I'd love to do Comic-Cons and stuff like that and meet people, but I haven't done enough. Clearly I've not done enough video games for them to invite me. Haha, Twitch, Robin Holdaway is streaming, check them out now. Oh yeah, fantastic, I'm glad. RIP old Twitter. Oh, I remember old Twitter. That was when you could like tweet at people like Stephen Fry and they might answer. I tweeted at Nigella Lawson because I made one of her recipes and she tweeted back, and honestly my day was made. With the microwave. Yes, fantastic. It'll be lovely to see you, but if you're away, go live your life. And yes, a show in a week, it is always insane. I've got like over 20 teenagers that I'm teaching, so it'll be good fun. It's something I do. I've been teaching these pretty much. Essentially what happened is I would do them every summer as an actor, and then I got to a point where I was then a director, and then I was just teaching them every summer. So most summers I've done at least 1 week of a show in a week. Oh yeah, it would just be absolutely solid and insane. Should I go back to binders? Oh, look, GC2b. GC2b. This is a tiny binder. This is supposedly the same size as that non-binary binder. It is tiny and a bit too tight. I wish it wasn't, because it's a cool rainbow binder, but wearing it, it's one of those, it's what I could use as an example of when you know a binder is too tight, because if I took it off, it would leave red marks. I've got skin spilling over the side. I struggle to take deep breaths in it. Like, this is a clear example of a binder that is too small for me. So if you've got binders like that, as tempting as they are when they're all this bright colours, you know, prioritize your safety over the bright colours. This binder's insane. I'll go back to it in a minute. Robert. Twitter was a ride. Oh my god. Yeah, Twitter was a ride. Remember those days? Yeah, absolutely. So this is, I think, the Untag Swim binder. I think. Now, again, it's hard occasionally. Oh no, I'm wrong. This is Origami Customs. That's what it is. Sorry, I have got the Untag Swim one, but it's shiny. This is Origami Customs. Now, they did that. This was, I did give them my measurements, but because of the fabric of this, you might not even be able to see, but this is designed to be a swim binder, but it's really see-through. It's like 2 layers of fabric, but it's too tight, unfortunately. Again, this is much like that other one. I wish I could wear it more because it's so like mesh-like and the airflow's great, but it's just too tight. And that happens. You know, if someone's sending you something in the post, that can happen. Sad, but, you know, one of those things. Oh, another untag coming up. What we got going on in the chat? Twitter is the only dead name I'll ever use, and you're correct. You are correct. Fantastic. You'll be back in the future. It'll be lovely to see you, Lady Anne. Thank you for joining us. Hydrate, everybody. Use those potatoes. This is a very odd binder. This, I think, is the Untag. I think it's designed to be sports, and it's one of the more, what I would say, non-binary rather than trans-mask binders I own, because it's actually, when you wear it, while it compresses your chest, it oddly looks slightly feminine because it's got these panels and this mesh in between. It's also got this this chest band underneath, and that can help with support. And yeah, it's also got these adjustable straps. Again, it's really odd. It's not going to be for everyone. It's quite flattering on me personally, and Em quite likes it on me, but it's a bit of a weird one. Again, the same thing with the Untag is it's very sturdy. I think I'd need to wear it in. So it's if you look at some of my Untag reviews, that's just a bit of a strange one, but I've talked a lot about Untag today, so I'm going to kind of move on a little bit from that one. Yay, look at the potatoes. Twitter is 20 years. Oh my God. Twitter can nearly drink in America. Hello, Floof. Welcome, Floof. Welcome. It's nice to see you. Welcome, everybody. Let's have a look. What else we got? I think that's another Untag. Like I say, I've got a ton of Untag binders. This is their gym binder. It's fine. There's not much to say about them other than that they're well made, but very intense to wear. Let's have a little look. I think that's a Fluxion. I can feel that from there. Ooh, TRNZ. I like them as well. In a similar vein to the Fluxion, they're very sensory friendly. They've got the covered seams. They're quite new, I think. Again, they're very, very soft. This is kind of what I would say the future of chest binders are. What we're going to do is we're going to get further in, and I'll probably show you some of the Weave-Ov ones, and what I would call that GC2b created the classic binder, which was sort of this cut of binder that you see. And now I think Fluxion fittest, this then TR, so it's the letter T, the letter R, NZ. These guys then, they have made this kind of binder. This is the future in my eyes. It's the one that's very, very stretchy and very comfortable, but offers good compression. Yeah, we need twitching. Oh, let's have a look. How we doing, everybody? Hello. Probably, it's good to see you. It's good to see you. What we got? Weave-Ov. Let's talk Weave-Ov. Okay. Weave-Ov is fascinating. If you Google chest binders for a while, even if you Google like Spectrum, Weave-Ov bought the top advertisement and it would like try and redirect you. It was a bit cheeky. They also make a lot of designs, including this one, which I quite like, which this is a zip up. This is a zip up one. So the zip's at the front. They've got the skin guard, which is really nice. They've also got this clip to hold it in place to make sure that it's nice and firm. It's got the chest strap that helps with a bit of support for any larger chests. It's got this front panel, again, the cotton front panel and the stretchy back. It's got thin straps and easy to hide. I like their zip-ups. I do. And I like Weave-Ov. They are also very reasonably priced. They may have had some accusations of some people saying that they might have got their ideas from other places. But if you're looking for a copycat that really is pretty much indistinguishable from GC2b, Weave-Ov do really well. Now, again, for the sake of, please don't sue me. I will say they just seem very similar. I don't know what's going on. But they are very similar binders in that they have this kind of, oh, thank you. Yeah, so much. I'm so honoured. Like, I won't lie to you. This is like my second week of streaming and I have been thrown in at the deep end, but I'm hoping that I'm swimming. It's meant that I've had to learn a lot quite quickly about things like subscription goals and doing, I hope the closed captions are working for people now. Yeah, oh my God, the lights, I need to change my lighting. Ideally, I need to get a better webcam. The microphone works, which is lovely. Hello, Terry, nice to see you. But like I say, I am brand new to this, so thank you, everybody. I'm also aware that I am only half a human right now because Em is far more interesting than I am. She is around, but
off, you're not.
Oh, she just said piss off, you're not. Personally, I feel like the streams with her and me, I like bouncing off that, but I'm honoured that you still want to just watch little old me, which is nice. Lights are missing. Oh, you're right. Clearly, it's the way that you can tell I'm doing it is I've forgotten to put my fairy lights on. Emma's doing everything. She's writing her favourite thing. Yes, I've added closed captions. So for anyone who's new, you should be able to now see closed captioning because I'm trying to up the accessibility as much as I can. Oh, thank you. No, I appreciate that. Like I say, I'm really aware that sometimes when I'm listening to things, I enjoy that bounce between different people. So I'm really grateful that you'll still seem to be interested, even if it's just little old me. Yeah, oh, yes, body doubling. That's the thing. So for me, I'm kind of hoping these, I know that I'm not I know I'm not currently playing a video game, which is why a lot of people watch streams. I'm not against playing video games. Let me know in chat, by the way, what games, if you do want to see something. Oh, a closed caption. I think you've got to click on the screen. We had it earlier. You've got to it's the stream closed captioner, and it should be able to show you the text. Double check. If it's not working, let me know. Let's see how that's going. Oh, that's really old. That's, yeah. There we go. Lovely. Yeah, it might take a little bit of a moment. What is Em writing? Em is writing an awesome story. I won't be able to tell you about it yet, but she is writing a really, really fun story. She's got some great books. She's trying to get some novels published. So if there's any literary agents out there, my other half is a fabulous writer. She has recently moved away from the corporate hellscape and begun writing her own books. So, she's fabulous. I'm sorry if they're delayed. Like I say, this is my first time working with closed captions. So if it's not doing what it needs to do, let me know, and I will do my best to change that up. Can you pre-order Em's book? It's not unless she self-publishes. We're not out yet. I do have a book coming out. Sorry, that felt really rude. I do have a book coming out next year, but Em's books are novels, whereas mine's a picture book. So see how we go. Gaming is huge on Twitch. There are people who do that with everything. Thousands watching. Yeah. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that, Floof. Like I say, I'm aware in an era where people like having lots of shiny things to watch, sometimes maybe gaming might be fun. However, to be honest, if you're using this as body doubling, if you're using this just to chat or just to listen to my voice, you are so welcome. And like I say, it's great chatting with you all. If I did play a game, it would probably be likely to be maybe Terraria. I enjoy a bit of Terraria. I'm thinking about what I could play and talk. I mean, you could all watch me fail at Silksong. I say fail, I'm in Act 3, but at the same time, it was a long journey. I could probably play a little bit of Planet Zoo I enjoy. If anyone's Satisfactory or Factorio fans, we could do a little bit of that. So yeah, well, if you like the Just Chatting streams, that's pretty much what we're doing. The whole idea of this is, like I say, it's almost like a podcast, but without being edited, and also something that you can connect with us too, so you have input and say. So if you have questions, you can just let us know in chat. Playing games, we could also, I was also debating setting up, because we do more tabletop gaming, so I love a good Arkham Horror living card game. We talked about that before. Or what was that? At the weekend, we did some classic. We did some Terraforming Mars and some Seven Wonders this weekend, just because they're classics. I won Seven Wonders. I just want to put that out there. Didn't win Mars, but I did win Seven Wonders. I'm very proud of that. I had a really mixed spread, as in, like, I kind of got points in a bit of everything, except war. Didn't have any war. But M1 Mars, yes, M1 Terraforming Mars, which was fantastic. So yeah, maybe we'll do we'll do more likely to be doing board games and things like that. Thank you. No, I appreciate that, Terry. Yeah, what we're doing. Did Fifi win Mars? Em had to make sure Fifi didn't jump on the board, because she very much would have. How did you find the front page audience? Oh, haha. Actually, fine. One of our biggest streams was when Em was talking about her bipolar. And sorry, for anyone here who's come to watch Binders, we will get back to it in just a moment. But just to explain, everybody was incredibly polite. Our mods are fantastic. Shout out our whole mod team, including Leaky, who is our head mod here. But the mods were fabulous, so we didn't kind of have... We've cultivated, I hope, a very warm, welcoming community environment, and also an environment where people are able to ask questions they maybe don't feel comfortable asking elsewhere. So being on the front page was very meaningful for us on that stream, because a lot of what we want to do... Like today I'm talking chess binders, and I'm hoping that it can maybe give some people some information. I'm not selling them. You don't need to buy them, dear God. I'm more just giving people kind of the information I wish I had to make informed purchasing decisions. We're also, we're chatting away. I'm answering questions about gender more broadly and stuff like that. But really, with a lot of our streams, what we're trying to do is destigmatize topics that, especially the media benefits, and there's... Some of the worst people in the world benefit from shame, from making people feel ashamed and making topics taboo. Things like disability, things like chronic health conditions. In a world which is suddenly demonising ADHD, let's talk about it. In a world where people are now talking about trans people and trying to control their body, let's talk about it. What does it mean? What does gender mean? Does it? Let's take those big things that they're saying, like about bioessentialism, and say, well, is that true, actually? And is it true in a way that doesn't judge people, but does actually look at the questions critically, look at it with nuance. And Em and I will disagree, by the way. You'll see this on more of our streams when we stream together. We do disagree. We may have very similar accents, but actually we often come at things from different places. And it's really important for us to critically analyse what's going on out there with your help and with your input. So if people have got questions and they're thinking, oh, maybe you're an older person, again, full respect, and you don't understand, your nibblings come out as non-binary, what does that mean? Or maybe, you really want to explain what it means to have bipolar to your mum, but you're not sure how to have those conversations. Like, the whole goal of what we're doing is to educate, but also to learn. Like, we're here to learn as much as anything else. We are lived experience speakers, not medical professionals. I'm not out here giving advice on how to transition or hormones or anything. I'm telling you what my experience is, and hopefully you can, if you share yours, or maybe we talk about that. So that's what this is kind of hoping to do. Yeah, shouting out Leaky, hyping up Leaky. Yes. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry, captions. Yeah, captions will only ever make M the head of MI6. Let's have a little look. Yep, the mods are fabulous. Shout out to the mods team. I absolutely adore them. The head potato is indeed a leek. We haven't got our head peanut today. Bonus de la France. Welcome, France. So yes, in terms of what it was like being on front page, I'm really glad that we got to spread what I hope is a very positive and very non-judgmental message to so many people. We're also, I'm an actor and I'm used to people watching me with respect. Like, it's something I'm used to and it's something I've seen. Yes, stretch. Let's have a bit of a stretch, everybody. Very proud of, oh, is he? Fantastic. Leek and potato soup. It is leek and potato soup. Thank you, Cuppa. You are correct. And it's a thing everybody wants in winter. So leek and potato soup. But, yeah, I'm hoping we can reach more people, and I'm hoping that we can create a community that is able to ask imperfect questions and is able to sort of be a little bit of an antidote to the sort of outrage culture, and to be a bit more, and to have fun. Like, we're not just here to be really dry about topics. Em calls herself the resident crazy lady for a reason. Like, we are very irreverent, and we're very much about life and living. And like, we're in our 30s. We're a couple. We've been together for like 17 years. And part of what we talk about as well is, what's that like? What's it like being a carer? What's it like being crazy? What's it like... Excuse me. What's it like being a millennial and living through various once-in-a-lifetime events every week? Like... This channel is all about enjoying ourselves, opening up questions, finding answers together, and, destigmatizing topics that, who benefits from your shame? The people who benefit from your shame are the people who are trying to sell you ways of, they're saying you're not enough. They're saying that community isn't enough. They're saying you have to buy these things. They're saying that only certain people can do certain things, and that's not true. Em and I talked a little bit, sorry, this is going off topic. I promise we will talk about binders. It's just, Em and I talked a bit about influence and power. I'm somebody who, I don't necessarily have much power, nor would I necessarily want to. And I know that I have influence over my sphere, literally my sphere of influence. You guys, the people who follow me on social media, stuff like that. And I know I can't necessarily change legislation, but what I can try and do is change hearts and minds, maybe. Maybe I can convince 1 or 2, maybe 3 people about, that non-binary people, we're just people. Like, perhaps people had a certain view of non-binary people, and then they go, oh yeah, but Robin's non-binary, and they exist, and they're okay. And like, then those people can influence the people making decisions. But my goal as an influencer isn't to influence you to buy things or to consume. It's to influence you to think critically about the world. It's to influence you to accept yourself. And I'm not saying you're always going to love yourself, but to accept what's there and to try and do the difficult things, the emotional, like, insight and the labour of working out who you are. The stuff that a lot of people would call navel gazing, but actually trying to work out how to live the best life you can live, and it isn't going to look the way that you expected it or the way that people tell you it's going to look. Like, if all I can do as well is show you that there is a non-binary adult in the world who is trying to live their best life, and I am somebody who, I'm not saying, I'm rocking life, I'm succeeding at everything. It's not that. It's more that non-binary adults exist. We fall in love. We have a mortgage. We have a cat. We are able to exist in life. I follow my dreams. I spent this week recording an audiobook. I am so fortunate in that. I have orchids decorating my kitchen windowsill. They are gifts from students that I have taught acting to, of all ages. Some of them are kids, and some of them are adults, in their 60s, 70s. I feel so fortunate. And part of the reason I even have this platform now is because I was part of a television show that really changed people's lives. And if you're out there, if you're a younger person out there, you know, I'm not streaming. I've said before, I don't make content for children. But if you are a younger person or if you're in a newer part of your journey, I just want to reassure you that the journey, that life continues and it can get better and it can be bright and brilliant. Em talked a little bit about life after crazy, a life after the crisis. That's what we're showing you. And we're welcoming you into being a part of that and reminding you that there is life after happily ever after. And that can be a beautiful thing too. Anyway, I went on a complete rant. How's everyone doing in chat? Yay, advocate. I'm so glad. I'm so glad you're able to advocate for yourselves. Of my voice, Sue. Fair enough. I think I should just try to get together all my voice actor friends and we should stream and we should like do all the voices of a game. I think that would be really funny. Thank you everybody for listening to that little rant about what the channel's trying to do, what we're trying to do. Yeah, I doubt I can get Jen English. She is a busy lass. But I can probably get Toby and I can get Josh. I might be able to get a couple of others that I know. Yeah, just joining all together and just playing games together and revoicing. Voice actor D&D. Yeah, I'm hoping for proof that actually there's life out there and it's a beautiful life. And sometimes it's painful. And I really hope that for the people following this, you're going to make mistakes. Jeez Christ, I can't stop you running into the walls. I ran into them, but I hope I can soften the blow. I hope that I can give you the advice I didn't have. I hope I can tell you early about what to bring to visit someone on a psychiatric ward and what not to bring and what can you expect. What's scary, what isn't, what to say to a doctor in order to get them to listen to you. Because that's something I've had to learn. A lot of what I've learned in quite a difficult way. And I never want anyone to have to learn it in a difficult way. I want you to learn it in a way that is safe. I want you to learn it because you asked a question on a stream and I was able to give you an answer and then that becomes relevant in your life. I'd rather you learn it that way than learning it often in the way I learnt it, which is in the back of an ambulance, or learning it because you've Googled it madly and then you found the wrong size of chest binder. Like, if all I can do is make your passage through this life a little softer, I think that's a really beautiful thing. Because a lot of people talk about how important it is to be tough and how the world is hard. And actually, it doesn't always have to be. So much of the world is hard, but that doesn't mean there isn't beauty in it. It doesn't mean there aren't orchids. It doesn't mean there aren't brightly coloured binders. It doesn't mean there is someone out there who is going to look at you like you hung the stars. And then one day they might break your heart. And that's part of the wonderful thing about living. And I look at Em and every morning I smile because she exists. And even, God forbid, if anything happened, like we've been through some really scary things. So I am grateful every day I have her in my life. And I'm grateful every day that I get to wake up and make a cup of tea. And I'm grateful for the small things. And if you're somebody out there trying to work out how to be a bit happier in life, it's about working out how to be happy with what you have. And it's about seeing the things in your life that are already beautiful rather than a constant desire for more. I'm not going to pretend that having money and things like that doesn't help. It absolutely does. Like, I am not a particularly wealthy person. Really, I'm not. I live within my means. And there is a certain level of money that makes life easier because you are able to afford, when things go wrong, to handle it. But beyond that, you're looking at a life where you already have so many beautiful things in your life that you aren't seeing. And that might not be true for everyone. And for people who are in the midst of difficult situations, I'm so sorry. There's very little I can say because it would be trite. Because I can't take away your pain. I'm a random person on the screen, but I can say that I hear you and I hold you and that pain will pass. This too shall pass. And I hope that you have people around you in your life that can currently hold you in that moment, because while I appreciate it might help to see someone like me ranting on stream, what you need is real life people who can bring you lasagna in the middle of the night when you're hungry, or do whatever you need to do, or make the calls that they need to make and make sure they pick up the meds and make sure that you hydrate. Like, that's kind of what you really need. That being said, I'm a random stranger online, and I hope your life gets better. That's kind of all I can say, and I mean that, by the way. Whoever's watching, I hope that tomorrow is better than today. I hope that the next hour is better than the previous. I hope that in this world, which is quite literally on fire, you are able to find something that makes you smile. Part of the reason I started all of this stuff was I really want to play the Doctor. I've said this on every stream. But part of the reason I love that character so much, and part of the reason I love the characters I grew up with, and part of the reason I wanted to act at all, was because I wanted to give people hope. And I wanted to teach and inspire, and I wanted to do that thing. When I watched Doctor Who, I felt like the world could be better. I felt inspired, and I wanted to be that for other people. And I realised I could just do that. I could just come online. I could just make videos where I tell people things like life gets better, but it really, really aches at points, actually, and life won't always be great. And you're not insane for thinking life is bad. And sometimes all you need is to sit there and go, God, that's shit. And you need people to sit with you and say, God, that's shit. And you don't need them to say, oh, life gets better. You need them to go, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And I realised that I was waiting for someone to give me permission to give me a role that I could run around in a fancy jacket and tell you all that and fight monsters. But actually, I could just fight the monsters in reality. And then I have my incredible wife who came in and who fights the monsters with me and who talks about monsters that I couldn't even begin to describe. And I know I said I'd only go till 9 today, but I'll go over a little bit just because I've, Anyway, I just wanted to say that I hope I can make the world a bit better, even if it's just for one person. I also now want lasagna. Em's here!
I'm going to come in because, my wife's being amazing. So.
Oh, bless you. Hello.
I've just
it's all right. You've knocked over the binder pile. Excellent work.
Don't
worry.
The
no, oh my God, it's fine. You didn't ruin the moment. You made it better. Do you want to shove all those binders on top?
That's fine. I'm just going to sit on
That's right. Just going to sit on it. Okay.
And yes, this is. If anyone needed a case study of why I married this person, that would be it.
Well, I love you all, and I love you most of all.
Yeah.
See what I mean? She's there every day. I live with her. This is the best. This is what life's about. And when you've been in places where it's genuinely been a case of what if I lose this person, I'm just grateful every day that you. Not only are you alive, which I'm grateful for, you're here, which I'm grateful for, and you love me, which I'm really grateful for. And it sounds really trite, but I'm really lucky. Really lucky. Right.
It's also, I just kind of wanted to riff off what Robin was saying as well, which is that thing of...
everyone wants lasagna.
Firstly, everyone is right. Lasagna's great.
I make good lasagna.
You do.
But you make better lasagna.
I do.
You do.
Politely to Robin, I do. I do make very good lasagna. It's the ragu. You've really got to get the ragu right.
You got to get the ragu.
And you've got to put mustard in the white sauce.
Yeah, put mustard.
I'm really sorry to any Italians I've just insulted. But
no, you're correct.
Yeah, things like in terms of the whole things getting better thing as well. I just kind of wanted to from that going. I particularly if you have I'm coming from the mental health side of the fence over here, but also the adverse situations happened and I was involved in them, and I didn't think it would get better, and I think there was a version of me a few years ago that would have smacked you for that.
Oh yeah.
And I'm sure there should be some versions of you out there who, if you don't want to smack them a little bit, you're wrong.
But to Gomez is absolutely a verb.
Yeah, to Gomez. I mean, I did actually marry Gomez Adams. It is.
And I will fight you with a sword.
Also, I'm here on a stream. I haven't.
Baby, you look beautiful. Baby, you look beautiful. I'm sweating.
Yes, darling, you're very biased.
I know, but chat, please tell her she's beautiful,
no,
and don't lie.
Don't do that.
I will do that. You decided to come here. 41 people are watching you.
I simply will leave.
No. Okay, I'm sorry. Don't. She'll leave. Yeah, I get you.
Also, that was poetry. It was beautiful.
Oh. Well, it exists now, forever. Thanks, everyone. See?
Stop it.
I told you.
The lot of you.
I told you.
It's very, very hot, and I'm basically here just
Well,
staggering through.
We're all staggering through.
A little bit.
I think we all need that.
That's a normal thing.
Thank you. I mean, what we need is...
I should show off corsets on one of these as
you
well,
should,
given that
but
you've done
what we should...
binders as well, just other compression gear.
We should do...
Gender-affirming compression gear.
Gender-affirming compression gear. Gender-affirming compression gear. Sorry, there's a really
my
nice
grasp
rhythm
of
to
gender
it.
is very elastic. So I'm like, in the sense of I'm female by occupational hazard of what my body did to
I've
me.
already put occupational hazard as something we should put on a t-shirt.
Yeah, unfortunately I overuse certain key phrases. You'll see this go in stages though, like a couple of weeks will pass and I'll have one particular core phrase that'll turn up every 25 seconds. And then
Terry, just to answer your question, so we've talked, no, it's absolutely fine. We've talked Untag, GC2b, we've talked Spectrum, we've talked a bit about Paxies, Wannababy, and I was just chatting about Weavov. Oh, thank you, Otter, that's incredibly kind.
Also, what's the binder I really like, the one I have
well, let me show you. So if you, can you grab the...
I've got mine upstairs.
This one. So let's talk LGBT unicorns. So I'll stay on a little bit longer than planned, but yeah, so no worries at all. So the thing I was just saying about Weavov is that Weavov make the, it's somewhere around, kicking around. I've shown it on stream already. They make what is... She did. They make a GC2b kind of dupe, something that is very similar, and I can't say why because I don't want to be sued, very similar in style, in pattern, in efficacy to GC2b binders. Like Weavov are actually some of the most, is the highest level of compression I've seen. They are, again, they can come up a little small. They've got a load of different binders. They even do trans tape. Like Weavov have a great variety and range. They are quite cheap. And they are, if you're looking for that style of binder, Weavov are there. Oh, hello. Oh, thank you. And yes, for them as well. Fantastic. Have we talked Weavov yet? Gomez and Mo. Oh, we need a Gomez and Mode.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I want to talk about M's favourite binder. So,
mine's a different style to that.
Yes, there's...
Do you want to grab mine from upstairs?
No, they'll be in there. It will be in there somewhere. The crisscross one.
Yeah.
Let me find it.
Just because it's the, team.
It's here.
I got tits. And I just
she does.
I just need to be really clear.
If anyone
here.
was in doubt, she got tits.
I got tits. And I'm cis and I've never really been interested in binding, but this, I have a version of this which is in my size, and it, swear to fuck, it's the comfiest thing I've ever worn in my life.
This is the cheapest binder I have ever reviewed.
Have cheap taste.
She does. LGBT unicorns. They are the cheapest binders. Now, part of the reason is because you can see this fabric. Now, they have reborn binders. They have every time I just think of the reborn babies.
Yeah,
but yeah, you can see here, this is quite specific. It's a little bit medical, but it's you can see through it here. It's very stretchy, but it's breathable. It's soft.
Soft.
They have these inner inserts. So I said there's kind of two ways to do the binder. You have, three ways. You have the stretchy stretch. You have stretchy back with a cotton front panel, or you have these inner inserts. Now what these do is they make for a more uniform, flatter bind, but they are kind of more obvious as a bit of padding. Let me see if I can find... So this one's really interesting. It's got a very interesting back. So you can see this here at the side, you connect it much like you would a bra, and then it's got this crisscross back. So it's got a really there's loads of space at the back, and it's great if you're struggling with mobility. So you say what you like about it, and I will add.
So look, this was, like I say, this was the first, because I can't be doing with the trying to struggle to get something over the top of my head and then needing to adjust it when it's already that's too many different steps for me. I just really, really struggled with that sensorily. This feels like a hug.
She loves that binder.
It wraps around my ribs, so it's very customizable in terms of actual size. And actually, for me, it also fit really well because I've got anybody who's seen me in course, I don't know why my body's just made in a certain way where I go in at the waist.
She got an hourglass. She has a body that would have been a muse to ancient artists.
Thank you, dear.
She's Venus de Milo.
You're very sweet. But it does mean that actually, in terms of a lot of modern style fittings, a lot of things are very up and down. A lot of binders are actually designed for a much more up and down kind of shape. Whereas this actually does mean that I can taper it in around where my rib cage actually sits and where my lower ribs are.
I did floof, yes, by the way.
Really, really, really helpful. Because actually, if I put this sort of to here, this is where my ribcage starts to go inward, and this is where it actually fits. It's
customizable. Again, if you struggle with mobility, you can literally, and if you're in a wheelchair, or if you can't raise arms too high, you can't use an overhead, you can just put arms through here. You can reach under, and then it's just two little bits here, so it's really accessible.
And it's also great for that narrow waist, but it doesn't cut in anywhere, which is the other big thing for me with binders. I have I've always done, whenever Robin's done bind reviews, they always give them to me going,
Yes.
give me a sensory check effectively. And
She loves them.
these are the ones where I'd go like 10 out of 10. These are sensorily by far the best I've ever touched, used, been with, like to the extent that I have one myself, and I don't bind as a matter of course.
I can't say how well it's going to hold up to wash and wear is one of the things, because this particular fabric as well, like I say, it's a difficult one, because these binding is such a personal preference. Like, I actually really like this. They do, is it, I can't remember, actually it might be a Weave of one that I really like, the stretchy. Sorry, I've reviewed a lot of binders, but there are a lot of positives to LGBT unicorns. If it's your first binder, perhaps you don't want to make a big financial commitment, you want something that is a bit more comfortable, really sensorily friendly. Hello?
I'm potentially going to get the murder bat.
Oh, you're getting the murder bat. Also, could you please get me some water? I'm sorry,
Yes.
I wouldn't ask,
Yeah,
but
you
yes.
need to hydrate.
Yes, I need to hydrate. So these are... these would be great for your first binder. It might be great for, your every binder that you've got, and especially because you can try lots of different types of them. There's lots of positives about LGBT unicorns. I have heard mixed reviews about people getting hold of them, which has been the only thing, and that's why I'm sort of holding back a little bit, because I can't give full reviews because I am somebody who has been gifted things, if that makes sense. So I'm here going, they were probably trying to get to me really early and stuff like that. So there we go. If we made it opt-in, nobody would do it. Of course, obviously. I'm just having a look at the Weaveov's site now, because they got core, they got flow, sensory friendly. Yeah. Weaveov, essentially, Weaveov do versions of everybody else's binders. They even do tape, they do bottoms, they do underwear, they do packing boxes. If you don't know what packing boxes are, actually, those are really cute. Like I say, I've done loads of Weaveov reviews, and I do think the Agile ones, what are the Agile ones? Mesh with zip. Yeah, they've changed it. They've got a swim one now. Okay. Yeah, Weaveov is a good choice if you want to try loads of different binders, but you want to get it all from the same site. So those are kind of some of the main ones. But the LGBT unicorn's one of your favourites.
Yeah, no, sorry, I just wanted to pop in for that one because it's
Makes sense.
great.
What's this one? Although, this is an old Weaveov one, and I don't know if they still make it. Thank you for the water. The reason I bring this up is because it's an example of a binder that I would not recommend. And this does happen, because what they wanted to do was they wanted to make something that was allergy friendly. They wanted to make it out of cotton. Problem is, what they then did is they made a binder which is one long stretchy inner insert. I'm drawing this back like a bowstring, and you can see it's all elastic. Now imagine if I put that round and I tightened it, it's going to want to continue to tighten, which it just didn't work. It's also, this was tiny on me. Like, I was wearing the same size in all of Weaveov, but this was just way too small. It has really loads on the side. They also do a tank binder that I wear a lot, because it was a really nice tank top with a binder underneath. And originally it didn't fit me, but actually then I changed body shape a little bit and it did. And I feel a bit odd on that one, because it's not ideal, but I really like it. It's a good tank. So yes, but like I say, this is an example of something I'd be more cautious about if I was looking for a binder. No binder is ever a complete no. Like I said in sort of the disclaimer bit, I did a whole thing about safety and stuff at the beginning, in that I can never say any binder is 100% safe or 100% dangerous, but I would say that would cause me to pause. So, but I don't think they still sell it. So I do applaud Weaveov for trying new things. Is the other thing, is they have some of the greatest range of binders that exists, and I always want new binders in the space, because otherwise we stagnate. But yeah, you can see other examples here. A lot of the other binders I've got in here are kind of much of the same. So this is another, I think this is Wannababy. I can't remember. Yeah, it's Wannababy. The fact that I know that, again, some of these things I know from touch, because they have a similar form of fabric. In the same way, Wannababy, it's just a higher elastic than Untag. And after a while, I get used to feeling it. I could tell you Spectrum, because they've got that very specific matte feel. I'm just going to have a quick look at chat. Yes. So yeah, the generative AI. Oh my God. We won't go too much into it, but yeah, I have to. We'll start an M-rant, and I've already turned it off. It's all fine. Let's have a little look. Yeah, 100%. They are gonna, yeah. But yeah, Weaveov, this is another zip-up one. Again, it's got that cotton front panel. There's not much to say about it, other than if you want a fastening on a binder, there was a thing ages ago about fastenings being dangerous, and the problem was there just wasn't the information. Part of the reason I'm doing all the stuff I'm doing here is to try and give people more information, because so that we don't do word of mouth, because it can be, if you're using a fastening to tighten a binder beyond what it naturally should be at, that could be dangerous. However, if it's just being used as a seam, that's kind of fine as far as people are aware. You don't want to catch yourself in the bindings, but like if you need it for mobility, or maybe you need to be able to take it on and off quickly or unzip it underneath the shirt, that can be really, really helpful. I'm looking for a specific type of binder in my binder box now, because Em made a binder cascade.
Sorry.
It's all right. Stampede. Oh, okay. This is a weave of. And actually they did this really cute thing. I don't know if they still do, but they added the tag with a little pin. I really liked it. This is so soft. This was a weave of one, and this was a great example of a binder fastening. But again, because it's all super stretchy, because this hasn't got an inner insert, this is just stretchy fabric, stretched all around my body, and this was nice. This is actually one of the softest binders I've got. So I haven't always been the greatest fan of hook and eye, but if I did have to pick a hook and eye binder, this one is pretty nice. There's so much misinformation out there. I think Origami Customs have or one of the custom binders has an entire page about fastenings. Can't remember who. 1 second. Thank you. All must fear the binder avalanche. The binder lunch. Clearly I need a binder emoji. Ah, Tomboy X. We haven't come across one of these yet. Tomboy X. Oh. The reason I'm making that noise is because Tomboy X, much like GC2b, had a controversy. And I am struggling because Tomboy X have very high accreditation for working conditions. They have one of the highest things you can get for sort of being sustainable. And I was really impressed by that. I would say Tomboy X, they do underwear. They do compression wear, and this is a long sort of compression top from Tomboy X. The garments themselves are lovely. There was a story about somebody not being treated well by them. I can't guarantee anything because everything is word of mouth. I don't want to spread rumours, and I wasn't there. So I really can't say anything about this other than what I've seen online, which is that they have a very high rating. Controversy, I know, right? What I will say about Tomboy X, though, is that they have a really wide range of clothing. It's quite expensive, but it is very nice. Their pants I wear very regularly. They've held up very well. They have various forms of compression tops. Again, I wear them to the gym. They're not necessarily binders, Tomboy X. But if you're looking for more sort of, if you are looking for butch underwear, Tomboy X have some good answers. Is this it? Team, you are looking at binder history. This is what I wore on Sex Education. This is from Les Love Boat. This is the binder. This was my first binder. And it's held up okay. It's got mesh back and everything. Oh, sorry. Bit of history there. Famous binder. So yeah, I don't even know if that's still around, but it's a good little binder. The fact that it's held up. I've got some more being wear we've talked about. We've talked about LGBT unicorns. I'm looking for a specific binder design, and I can't find it. Where are you? There it is. Okay, various binders do this. I think this is a Wannababy, but I've seen it being done in LGBT unicorns. Yeah, you can hear her killing the flies. So, this binder is cool because it has a secret feature. It has got an inner sort of, it's got the cotton front panel, but it's also got a side zip. The thing is, this isn't your side zip that's designed to zip and unzip the binder like a fastening. It is designed to unzip partway through and give you this extra little bit of side. So basically it has pockets. Essentially, yeah. So it sounds like a pen hitting the floor. What it actually is bug murder. So yeah, you can unzip the side and give yourself a little bit of extra breathing room. Problem with this is it isn't the whole thing. So it's still tight at the top and bottom. However, if you buy... Oh, yeah, Floof. I have a lace binder upstairs somewhere. I should really find it. It's beautiful. You can get them with embroidery and fancy sparkly patterns. Did you? Oh, you also missed my fancy sparkly one. Wait, you missed the gay axolotls as well. Gay axolotls. And also, sparkly. There are various binders. Like, the thing is, there's lots of different ways to look at chest binders. If you're trying to be stealth, and if you're trying to look at them as sort of undergarments, underwear, you don't want to draw attention to them, that's really valid. But you might also be somebody who wants to show off, or who enjoys having bright colours and stuff like that, and wants to celebrate this. I think all's valid, and there's binders for all of this. So yeah, this is also a design I think LGBT unicorns do, which is it just lets you. It does not replace taking breaks, but it lets you release it a little bit secretly underneath, which is cool. Yeah, it can be function or fashion. Close-up magician's waistcoat of a binder. Yes, you are correct. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I kind of haven't covered today. Because again, I have so much untag in here. Yeah, that's the example of the LGBT unicorns one, is that's got the insert in the front and back, actually. It's a chunky binder. If you're looking, again, ooh, it's got a bit of weight, this one. It's got a bit of heft to it. And again, it's got these side zippers that allow you to unzip partway through, take an extra bit of breath, come through here, and then when you want to rezip, you can rezip it up. And that's on both sides. And yeah, I'm not sure if you could hide anything in it. I haven't tried. Theoretically, yes. Here we go. This is the most standard cut of binder. It's a weave off. This is, if you were looking for a chest binder and you Googled it, it would be this, which is that cotton front panel, a sort of average back, maybe a bit. This is a racer back, really, which I enjoy. I prefer racer backs, as I've said on this already. It's got a stretchy back. You can see all the seams. Like, this is what you're going for. This is the default. And so if you're looking for one, it's kind of what you're going to get. The rest of them are interesting. I like that we have some variation in design. Like, that's really different. It's got a fully mesh back, which is kind of cool. Again, that's a smaller company. Oh, no, that's a firmware. Oh, they're nice. Yeah, a firmware's an individual one. Again, a lot of these are just small companies who have sent me stuff. I've tried it. If you want to see, I have reviewed literally all of this, which is kind of alarming, actually. There it is. I knew I had one. This is one of the swim binders from Untag. Honestly, it's one of the flattest I've ever been, and I couldn't get it off again. It was too small, and it wasn't stretchy. This is made of mesh. It was just like, oh my god, this will survive. This will outlive me. It will outlive me. The encyclopedia, pretty much. Everyone's got to have something, and for me, I ended up learning all about chest binders. I have not tried Underworks, so please don't ask me about them, because I've never tried them. I think otherwise, that's probably going to be everything I want to show you. I'm just going to have a double check that I've not missed anything. There's some cool ones here. This makes me feel like Finico Dare, or like some kind of, this is a firmware again. They've got the mesh back, and they've got this kind of slightly strange, like, Lord of the Fish. I don't know. So there's some fun stuff here. I don't think there's anything else. I've got, yes, LGBT unicorns. They have long binders, but they are too short for me. So LGBT unicorns, from memory, their long binders are fine. They are just kind of short, and they will ride up if you, unless you have a very short torso, in which case you might prefer them. I can't say what's right or, there isn't necessarily better or worse. It suits you more or less. Everything else is either way too tight. There we go. Yeah, I think the rest is all versions of the same thing. Okay. Well, that's kind of my binder box team. I'm sure I could probably show you some more. Like I say, the ones that I haven't shown you are the lace one from Untag, which I wear, honestly, it might even be in the wash because I wear it so much. Like, the ones I wear really regularly might even be in the wash. My personal opinion, and again, this is not necessarily right for you, but the ones I wear a lot are Spectrum Outfitters, Sock Drawer Heroes, Fluxion, and then a couple of my Untags. A lot of and Weavov, not Weavov, Wannababy. That's my kind of top 5, but that's very personal. I wear the For You binder a lot too, but I wear it more as a sports bra. The Origami Customs one is good, again, for that sports bra feel. But I just want to kind of sell people, we're coming towards the end now. Hello, new here, welcome. Thank you, Will. It's lovely to see you. So, I'm afraid we're about to finish, but it's lovely to see you. I got a playlist. It literally, TikTok's probably the easiest because it has the playlist in it. it'll just have binder playlist, and there's so many. There are short versions where I sum them up quickly. There are long versions. They're generally like 3 minutes long, and I'll go through them all. So if you're interested in any of the binders I've talked about tonight, please do go check out the playlist. I've also done the Bindy Awards that you can see, probably easiest on YouTube, where I compare binders in different categories. It's a little bit old now. I've probably got some more that I could do, but that's kind of the point of me doing this video, is I wanted to go through everything and sort of say, you know, I tried this Wanna Baby one 3 years ago. Does it still exist? Have I worn it? Have I washed it? And yeah, actually I have for Wanna Baby. Most binder companies, like I say, are queer owned. They're quite small. A lot of them are family businesses. They are owned by people who really care about the community. Many of them have free schemes where they, you know, you can try and you can contact them and they'll give you one for free. Either you could, you know, they might ask you to review it, or they might do it as just part of their charitable arm. The reason I'm saying all of this as well is because these aren't massive conglomerates. They're not like big old companies with loads of people. If something goes wrong, you can normally just talk to the people involved, and they'll probably do their best to help you. Like, support queer businesses where you can, just like support local businesses, support black-owned businesses, support. In a capitalist hellscape, think about where you're putting your money. I've shown you a variety of different kind of price points as well. Like I say, the cheapest, LGBT Unicorns, Wannababy and Weavov. Those are kind of the lower price end. The pricey ones, like For Them and Amore, those are up there. And then kind of in the middle, we've got things like Spectrum and things like Sock Drawer Heroes. But again, that might depend a little bit on where you are in the world, because I've shown you ones from the UK, from Australia, from Europe, from Asia. So and I sort of want to reassure people, we had that cute bit in the middle where I kind of just talked about love, but I just want to reassure people that these companies exist everywhere. And actually, if you saw the custom corsets that Em and I have, they were made for us by someone who is Russian. And being the queerness and Russianness can absolutely coexist. We are everywhere. People who are gender non-conforming, or even people, like I said, you don't have to be trans to wear a binder. You might want to cosplay. You might want to just make your chest look a bit smaller for a very certain outfit. Or maybe you like compression. Maybe you're somebody who just likes feeling like you're being compressed around your chest. Like, whatever your reason for wanting to wear a chest binder, please don't feel invalidated. Like, I can't guarantee they're safe, and I really, really just want to reiterate the point that only you can know if this is something comfortable for your body. If you're in pain, stop, take it off. If you get stuck in a chest binder, don't panic. Just take a moment, take a breath. I've even got a thing of how to put on and take off a chest binder on YouTube, I think it is. Try and get a friend to help you. Like, do whatever you can, but do what is right for your body. And if you can't wear a binder, like I say, there are other options. There are things like the one I showed you, which is more of like compression tops or tape or mobility friendly. I've even shown you the ones that are custom made. So there have been a whole load of different options in this video. And if you can't wear anything compressive around your chest, there are ways of dressing, there are ways of styling. Like I said, it's not about what the world thinks, it's about what you think. I'm afraid I'm going to have to call it a day in just 5 minutes. So would one function help it look a bit slimmer? Can do. Yeah, well, we talked about this one earlier, actually, is that if you wear a full-length binder that has a little bit of, that has a higher elastic, especially those untag ones, my goodness, an untag full-length tank binder pulls everything in. If you're looking for something to make you look, if you've got any hip dysphoria, those can be helpful, but I would be really wary of wearing like a combination of a full-length tank binder and Spanx and everything else. Like, that is a lot of compression wear. Do not do your first day like that. Do not choose that as your first binder. Like, first binder options are often things like Wannababy's a good choice, or the LGBT Unicorns, things that are lower price so you can kind of test it, or like I say, Spectrum's a really good all-rounder. But kind of anything that works for you. So they can smooth you out if you need to. Use Help My Ex Find Binders. I'm so glad. That is exactly what they're for. Like I say, these reviews aren't designed to get you to buy things. They're designed to help people who already want to buy things to make informed purchasing decisions, because a lot of these companies don't have loads of reviews. They just have some idiots on social media like me going out and sort of talking about their experience. So I hope this has been really helpful. No, of course, you're very welcome. Stuck in your first binder, have a friend. Yes. Yes. Do not put on your binder for the first time alone. Maybe put it on over the top of a t-shirt, something like that, and have a friend with you. Never going to have to moderate someone for asking. No, don't worry. We don't. Our moderators, we have lots of chats about it, and the goal is you can ask imperfect questions. Not everyone is going to have all the lingo. Like, as long as it's asked in good faith, we will do our best to answer. So please don't panic. Thank you, everybody. Nearly got stuck in a sports bra. Oh my God, we've all been there. We've all been there. We've all been stuck in too tight clothing, and for a moment, you do have to ask yourself, is this it? Is this how I end? No, we're still here now. So I just want to send loads of love out there to anyone who, I hope you have a wonderful weekend. We will see you all on Monday, I hope, for Mental Health Monday. I think we're going to be talking chronic health conditions, which is the plan so far. As always, I am around on various forms of social media that you can follow, and I look forward to chatting to you all again soon. We'll see you later. Bye, everybody.